because it's time for me to shock the world. It's time for the world to see something different. It's time for my crusade of changing the landscape in pro wrestling to start tonight. And I win tonight, I change the world. I shock the world. Sir Wilkins, win tonight.
Let's go to get it down.
Why? Here's why.
Now from the HR.
It literally gets better and better every week. I don't know why. Jobber Nation, welcome to another rendition of the Jobber Tears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Mr. Sir Wilkins is on a little bit of a vacation. He is out of the country this week. So we have invited some good brothers from the Weed and Wrestling podcast joining us with us. It's the first time I feel like we've had 5 people on a mic. So this is going to be the most interesting, I think, episode we probably have ever had. A lot of opinions are on the table. So this is going to be fun and exciting. I actually wanted to introduce the guys, but actually now I changed my mind. I'm going to let all of them introduce themselves. Hi, played y'all. Before we started, I got all their names and nicknames and got a little to know a little of them, but fuck it. Nope. They're going to introduce themselves because, once again, you guys are the guests. But really, this episode is, about you guys. We're here every week. On the Jobber Tears podcast. So everybody knows us. So I want everybody that's listening to know who you guys are. So
who's going first?
The youngest, the baby, gonna go first.
I know the baby.
My name is Brian.
Brian, a.k.a. what I found out was the MILF Hunter. He like older women. So ladies that are watching the Jobber Tears podcast are listening to the episode.
No. I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
You're going to die. Are you in a situationship with somebody that's like 40?
No, not 40. Not 40.
Not 40?
30.
30? Okay.
He lying.
Whole situationship with a 30-year-old.
It's 5-year difference. That's
No
healthy.
fucking the coworkers.
Nah.
Oh, y'all work together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Don't do that. Never. No. That's how you get fired.
We keep each other on point on how our managers are because we know how our managers can be when it comes to retail business.
Oh my God, y'all fucking in the janitor's closet.
Fucking in the inventory room?
On the buns.
God damn.
Oh my God.
Anyway, you will learn, young grasshopper. You will learn. All right, next we got Nick Cannon in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your self-prodigy, the guru of greatness, your sultan of swag.
The man that ducked Eminem.
He had 2 babies by Mariah Carey.
Hosting the Masked Singer.
First of all, let's take a... Those are the... Oh, it sucks for audio, but he is out here with the flyest little bow tie.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
The bow tie.
But
I had to bring it back real quick.
Look like Brother Muzon from The Wire.
No, don't do him like that. I was just in Baltimore. Don't do that.
I got my Farnsworth Bentley thing going on.
He
You
did.
know,
nothing wrong with that.
First of all, he did not follow directions because both gentlemen here got their brand on, and he's out here looking fly.
He wants to wear his own logo and shit. He don't
Wow,
want to wear the
there's
team
no
shirt.
I in team, sir.
Exactly.
But finish your...
Leave and YG mix.
Shout out to my son Ralph Reigns.
Well, of course it would be Ralph Reigns.
course.
That would say some wild shit like
course.
that. But continue your introduction so those that are watching know who you are.
Carter Pope.
Like not D'Angelo Pope.
No, not D'Angelo.
Is there any
He's
relation?
lying. He's lying his ass off. You better tell the truth before I get to snitching.
Listen.
No,
Last but not least-
that's my idol. So that's how I came up with the name
Oh,
to add the
D'Angelo
Pope.
Pope is your idol?
Yeah, the Pope
Seriously?
man.
Yeah, it
that
is.
man.
That's actually dope.
That's one of my.
Have you
my-
ever met him?
I haven't met him, but
Oh, we
Yeah,
gotta make it happen.
I idolized him like in high school and stuff like that. So that's how I came
Oh,
up.
So you
shit.
watch,
With
so you watch
coming up
TNA
with the-
just for him.
Oh yeah, I was
Wow.
so disappointed when he didn't win the world championship.
Yeah, he should have won.
So that he was on my list of people that should have
We
won the
gonna
title.
tag him in
Yo,
this post.
son.
He is not hard to find either.
Son, this dude Snug says the shirt looking like Channel 3 with no game on. With the game off.
Out
Dre
there,
said-
were you trying to get the ox this shit together? It's fucked up.
Dude Dre said the Valentine Genie. Yeah, niggas just
That's a
roast.
good
Yo,
one. That's a good one.
that's actually a really good
That's
one.
about to be my new hashtag.
That's
the
actually a
Velveteen
really good
Genie.
one. And you know what?
That's a
It'll
good
probably
name.
trend too.
And he's gonna get a T-shirt off of it.
I'm right.
You about to get shit.
Come on, man.
Only on the Job Takes podcast. Last but not least, the spiciest one in the room.
I'm not spicy. I'm just high.
Did you? Oh, well, I mean, it's weed and wrestling, so I would expect somebody at the
Exactly.
table to be high.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
introduce yourselves to those that are watching.
I'm not going to go
And listening.
I'm not going to go into detail. This is Poxley here from We in Wrestling. I'm not
Poxley.
going to say anything else because I'm already in trouble.
See?
Why you in trouble?
Don't.
Ooh. Listen, he out here with a situationship with a co-worker. That's cool.
But she good to me though.
She 30. She better be good to your little ass. Like, fuck you think this
She
is?
treat me good. She
Yeah,
care about
She
my family.
30. She gonna do that shit. Like
That's where the experience helps out.
like, this
She
what
can
I'm
show me
here.
things that I don't know, and I could show her things where
Ooh.
she's surprised at.
Well then, well I guess it's really good that so Valentine's Day. This probably will drop on Valentine's Day,
Pretty much,
but
yeah.
those that are watching on the live feed, it's the day before Valentine's Day. So since you out here with a whole situationship, what you got your Valentine?
Nice little gift set from Lush.
Oh,
What's Lush?
Ooh, that's a nice spot.
that's
They
fancy.
do. They do.
Yo, Ralph Reigns, did. He said you look like Drake with Down
Oh
syndrome.
my God! I get the Drake
Down
comments
syndrome.
everywhere.
You don't look like Drake at all.
Thank you. That's what I say. I heard Dominican Drake, fucking Drake from Florida, fucking
Drake from Florida.
Yes, I don't know
Oh
why.
my gosh.
Florida man Drake.
That's crazy.
That's just his whole brand.
Champagne, Florida man.
Champagne.
Florida man.
That's fucked up. But all right, do you have a lovely lady in your life? Or?
No,
Someone
you
said
out
that.
here single
Someone
and
said
ready
that.
to mingle?
The guru is a
Jerk
single Pringle.
plantains.
He said single Pringle. Like, did you not just hear that shit?
Single Pringle.
Single Pringle,
Drake
because you
said
know
that
you
how that
tight.
look like Kevin Gates from the Bronx.
That's bad funny. That's like when you got the Pringles like can and you only got one left and you
Damn.
tight.
Kevin gets
Someone said that you just light skinned. You're not Drake.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's, I mean, he is the lightest one at the
Light
table.
skinned.
And then once again, congratulations to Poxy over here. I found out he just got engaged.
What?
Congratulations. Black love is real.
Oh my God.
You know, I like to know who is at the table. You
Oh,
know
of course,
what I
there's
mean?
nothing wrong with that. But thank
So,
you very much.
no, that is awesome.
Thank
you know,
you.
hopefully we can get an invite to the wedding. You know, I'm just saying.
He's already.
I'm ready to
She
go.
already invited him already, so it don't make any difference.
I'm gonna be your plus one. 'Cause, you know, it's
gonna
just
officiate.
it's lit.
Officiate your wedding.
But before we
You're
do
not.
get
Hold
oh
on a
no,
second,
go
hold on a
ahead.
second. You're not going to officiate my motherfucking wedding. Stop
I
it.
am.
Why not? Yo, that's a really great
I'ma be in
hustle. I
there.
feel like somebody that loves wrestling because you could do wrestling weddings. Oh my god! So since you're a wrestling fan, like, would you have a
Coming
wrestling
in.
theme?
You gotta
song
have a
come
wrestling
out?
ring in
Like,
there. You gotta have a wrestling ring.
Well, honestly,
we could get that put together.
Well, technically, whoever's in the lineup, we can do some wrestling shit. But for her, I got something else planned for her, which I'm not
That's
saying.
the honeymoon. That's the honeymoon.
So what you got her
Wait,
for
hold on,
Valentine's Day?
hold on,
No,
hold on.
wait.
I gotta say these jokes. Dre said that Richard Sherman lost the Super Bowl. He got engaged.
Yo, when did this become a roast fest?
Yo,
Like,
I don't
you know
know.
what's crazy? As many guests
said
as we
that?
had, Dre,
Nobody ever roast.
no
Oh,
one
so-
ever roasted.
oh, so it's
this
Dre
is
versus-
the, this
so
is
it's Dre
the
versus Dre?
wildest thing.
That's the baby treatment.
That is the what? Yeah, it must be
It is
because
the
all
baby
these
treatment.
all these niggas is under 30. So
Oh
it
my God, we
must
should
be.
have brought Trell.
Trell would have been on here roasting right
Oh
back.
God, he would have been
Oh,
shooting
man.
at everybody.
He would have had shots
You said
fire
what?
for
My
everything.
son Snugs, man. Trell? What?
Son, young Mark Henry.
Roasts everybody.
He gonna get you.
He gonna get
Young
your-
Mark
he
Henry,
gonna
and
get
that
your-
is on.
I
That is
said
on
that on the
camera.
episode. He got mad at me.
That is on film.
He's on live right now. watching
Yeah,
this
I'm about to
shit.
say.
He
I'm
gonna
pretty
get-
sure I saw his
What up,
Instagram
Deborah?
hands will come up. But once again, I want to thank the gentleman that's representing Weed and Wrestling Podcast for joining us this evening, morning, daytime, afternoon, whatever time you're
Whatever
listening to the
time you're
podcast. It is super important that once again we always stress support those that support you, and these gentlemen has been supporting us for a very very long time, coming to viewing parties, doing stuff, doing episodes with Mrblacc. So it's just only
my weed. That's not
it
allowed.
just threw you under the bus. But it's only
I ain't
right.
no problem sharing with him, yo.
Exactly.
It's only right
it's
that
not
we
weed, like,
have
we call it flowers.
the flowers. There's a weed
flowers.
called
More like-
flowers.
it's
No,
called
that's what they
blessings.
are.
He has a
They're
flower
grown
shop.
from the ground.
Wait,
They're
so
not
you
made in
spoke
a
with your
lab.
30-year-old chick? Cause that
Nah.
is now you know I'm about to every time I see your little ass, I'm gonna ask about her.
She don't smoke,
Why
but
not?
she want to grow my weed though.
Yo,
So
she's
that-
an
I told her-
entrepreneur.
so-
Yo,
I
she's
told
a
her not to
bad
do
bitch.
it.
I'm sorry.
So that's why she want the seeds.
You a
Exactly.
kingpin.
I told you this.
He's starting a low key drug lord business.
Swear.
Son said you look like a nigga with a term looks like he eats curry lettuce.
But what I love about the turban though is that it's shiny and it's like
Facts.
gray. I mean, it's
Go
like
metallic.
it's green. Yeah, it's super nice.
Yo, son.
And the shades go with it. Like he came dressed, like in his Sunday best. Like
look like
I
a shiny-ass
Yo,
appreciate
Dre, you
that
on
shit.
Dre said his babysitter is growing his weed. Oh my god. It's just a roast, man.
Facts, facts,
It's like
though.
a-
Facts. That's actually,
Yo.
I'm like, that's really
That's
interesting.
awesome. You don't
though.
see that anywhere.
No, like it's really rare that I come into contact with somebody and be like, yeah, I'm a MILF, and what? Like, you know what I mean?
She
Like,
own it.
it's true, and
What can
you
you
know
do?
what? Love is love. You like who you like. It's never at times never about age.
Honestly, I prefer to date girls with kids though.
Why?
Because I feel they're mad nurturing.
Cause he want to eat
That's
their
also-
Lunchables. That's
Yeah,
why.
nurturing. Like you had a long day at work. You know,
said he wanna
you lay
eat
on their
Lunchables.
breasts. You know,
What?
like especially that women in their 30s, man, after having babies. Woo!
I know he's
Son, they're about to. Son,
Yep.
Wait, Shorty
that's
got
the
a kid?
age that they peak.
Hold on.
They don't peak, but 35.
we're gonna start the
They get better with age.
Really?
Hips get thicker.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And you know what? They just went food shopping for the
Oh
kids.
my
I'm
god.
gonna
They got
die
the chocolate
after
milk
this.
in the refrigerator
I don't
with the
drink
Pop
chocolate
Tarts.
milk, but
Anyway,
they make sure
wait.
they get snacks for you.
Real quick though, does she have any kids?
Two.
Oh, you about to be stepdaddy?
That's a challenge. That's a challenge I'm willing to take.
Thank God that's not
since
my
it's
life no
work-
more.
I feel like it's worth it.
No more.
Oh, I used to be stepdaddy, but now with my lady, she ain't got no kids.
These people.
Oh,
there,
that's
man.
a blessing. That's actually, first of all,
It's a challenge for me, but I'm willing to take it.
that,
You gotta grow up and put your big
you
boy pants
know
on.
what? Put your big boy pants on. That's what I'm talking about. But before we start the episode, I do want to give a special shout out to Black Wrestling Podcast out in Baltimore, Maryland. I was blessed to have.
Shout out to y'all, King.
They definitely showed me and Danielle from Pretty Hills so much love this past weekend when we went out for ROH's
You was cheesing mad hard.
free enterprise. What?
You was cheesing mad hard.
Because first of all, I was kind of low key drunk. Second,
What was
Bundles
you
the
drinking?
Bus driver?
Henny privilege. Like they blessed me.
What?
Like when I came down there, it was like I had previous conversations like, oh, what do y'all drink? Like I came with a bottle of Jack, and then the boys blessed me with black Henny privilege. I said, oh. So we was literally going shot for shot. Like I don't like it was probably a good 6-7 shots.
Why not
apiece.
tequila?
Cause me and Tequila had a really bad breakup when I was in college.
What you do to you?
I had 8 shots of Patron my 19th
Now see,
birthday.
that's the problem.
See, no, but that's what I'm saying. We had I only share a relationship with Tequila on Cinco de Mayo. That's the only day of the
Cinco de
year.
Mayo.
Festive.
Next viewing party, I'm gonna get you some De Leon.
I
You
no,
know what to do.
I don't want tequila because
It's
ain't
tequila
nobody
that
gonna
tastes
take
like
me
alkaline
home.
water.
Like I don't want none of that shit. I stick to my dark liqueur. But as I was saying,
That is fucking Viagra. Don't let nobody tell you different. Hennessy is Viagra.
Hennessy
No,
is
it's
not
not.
as good.
What, Hennessy?
Henny is good.
You don't fight with a heart on.
You see?
That's some crazy dude stuff. After that, you run.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Well-
Here's the thing about Henny. It goes good with weed. And that's a lot of people don't. A lot of people like dark
No,
liquor goes
that's how
very
you see
weird.
people throw up.
That all depends on what stage you in now.
I feel
True,
like
true,
I would
true,
have
true,
more
true.
on the cognac side. Like I would
Yeah,
have
cognac. I love
not
cognac.
weed. I mean not weed.
Now, see,
Not Henny
cognac,
per se.
yeah.
Cognac,
Cognac, yeah.
I would probably
Cognac
have
with
because
no
you can
ice.
you can dip the blunt in the cognac. Don't ask how I know that.
Oh,
I've
no,
done
I Chicago.
I did that. I used to roll Dutches when I was a
Well, get
teenager.
cigars, yeah.
I ain't gonna front though. Like one of the cigars, I broke it up and smoked weed with Leo.
Oh, the cigar I
man.
got
I was
got
out
for
like
you.
10 days.
Are you speaking about a Dutch?
No,
No. It was the actual cigar I had got for him
Yes.
in Chicago. I had brought it back, and
Ooh, tree bark.
right, like it was legit. And with cigars, the darker the outside of it is, the heavier of the smoke is.
man.
So it was a really dark cigar
Damn.
that I brought back
You
for him,
smoked?
and he
I smoked one of
lost
those.
his whole shit. But as I was saying, I want to once again thank Black Wrestling
Shout out
Podcast.
to y'all.
For inviting us into your home, like just showing us mad love from New York. And mind you, it's the first. That's the one thing I love about wrestling. You can meet someone for the first time and feel like you've known them for years. And I think that's just one of the many blessings that happens in wrestling. So once again, shout outs to them. We have our NXT Takeover Portland viewing party this Sunday at Legends Bar. Please come out, support. And then we have AEW Evolution's viewing party actually back at Playwright Bar. A lot of people had, gave really good reviews and loved the bar, and it was a good space. So we're going to go back for AEW Evolution Saturday, February the 29th. To end Black History Month off, right? And then also, too, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Our WrestleMania viewing parties will be in New York. The boys, Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc, will be here in New York, while I will be in Tampa, Florida. Yeah.
So
I'll be peeping your Instagram. You go through
international
everything.
Hold on a second. So if you're going to WrestleMania this year, that only means one thing, sir. You better be rolling with us next year to LA.
You can swap, because actually I have it's crazy. I have zero desire for LA. So those that do not know, WrestleMania 37
Yo,
was
we already
announced
planning.
that it will be in the city of Los Angeles at the SoFi New Stadium. I
hope we
believe
get
the
to smoke
Chargers
there.
play there.
Get my LA turban.
You must be out your mind.
This nigga said,
Of
"I'm
course
getting my LA
we're gonna be able to smoke
turban
there.
on."
We you stupid?
I mean, it's LA, but the thing for me is that I can always go to LA, I feel like. But I feel like because there's
We'll
rumors
talk about that later, too.
that
Wait a
I
minute.
can go
They're in
anytime.
Chargers Stadium. I thought that they're gonna be in the Black Dome. Raiders Stadium.
No,
No,
the
no,
Raiders
no,
are
no,
moving
no,
to
no,
Vegas.
Vegas.
Right.
So that's why I'm like hesitant to go to LA, because I think the next year it'll be in Vegas. And I'd rather save my coins for Vegas.
Well, I got premonition. That's why I'm going next year.
So I'm pretty confident. But as I was saying, I will be in Tampa, Florida. So anyone that watches, supports your Job Potatoes podcast, please come out, support. I will be a part of Faye Jackson's Gray Sweatpants Battle Royale the Saturday, the night before WrestleMania. So tickets are on sale on Eventbrite.com.
Gray Sweatpants.
And then when I come back from Tampa, we have Women Crush Wednesdays Battle Club Pros, all female show Wednesday, April the 8th. And
What's the
then
main event?
the main event is Tasha Steelz versus Diamante for the
Tasha
Battle
Steelz,
Club Pro
Diamante.
Icons
Oh, man.
Championship.
Mad
it's-
spicy.
it's like, yeah,
Matt
it's
Goya in the air. Oh man.
some sazon.
I
Anyway,
was just about to say that song in there.
so we have that, and then last but not least, Jobber Slam. It is happening. It is a real thing. 4th of July, in Brooklyn, New York. We have our main event, Big Swole versus Tasha Steelz, and we also
Dang.
have Simon from Woke Culture representing the UK, and we have Sir Wilkins representing the Job Potatoes podcast in his first match ever. So I'm super proud
actually.
We'll be
of my
there.
brother. You
got in trouble.
niggas better be
I gotta show you
there.
guys the trailer video
I have no
later.
choice.
Listen, we all got choices in life, but I'm
No.
So you better bring your old milfs and everybody and wives.
I do want to bring it to a
kids.
wrestling show.
Keep them women over there.
No, bring
No, bring your
bring
women
them.
to a wrestling
Yeah,
event.
bring
No.
them. I'll be over there. I'll be around the corner watching the match.
Bring them. Why not?
Black men
and-
don't cheat.
I can't deal with y'all. Anything else before we jump into the episode? I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys get to experience this, and
this is
once
nice.
again, you out here saying, well, my man over here said this is the full sale of podcast. I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
We treat y'all good over
He
here.
does
B.
look like
The NXT set.
Wait, tell me a second. Yo, are we
Sounded like an NXT.
Live.
I was gonna cut a PC promo.
Yo, but hold on a second. Can we shout out the other piece of?
Oh
your
yeah,
wrestling,
actually,
though?
before we
Oh,
just
yeah,
start, you guys
definitely.
take the time. Tell
Yeah.
about your podcast. How long
Exactly.
you guys have been doing your podcast, and
Talk.
who the other members of your podcast. Please, once again, push yourselves.
I got you covered. First off, shout out to Trail, aka what you call him, Black?
Snugs.
My Treasy.
Wow.
The big homie out there.
That was kind of close to how
Yeah,
his thing.
and shout out to Bill Gluckman, always
our
down with the
resident
bitches.
white guy.
Always down with the bitches and the hoes.
I see him
have to
sometimes
say-
as
Wait,
Angel
who's
G
always
show.
down with the bitches and hoes?
Bill Gluckman. You know,
Which one is that?
From Malibu's Most Wanted.
He's our resident white guy.
Y'all got a white dude?
yeah.
Pull up a picture of
We
him. I don't
international
even
out
know.
here.
He always at the events.
We global expansion out
I
here.
go with faces, but
I got you.
oh, that's terrible because now when I see him, be like, oh, Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Like,
I
you
should've
can't
never
walk out
said
with
that.
your
That was my nickname for a while, but then
No,
when
no,
he
no,
came
no,
along, he
no.
adopted
It was B-Rad.
They called me
B-Rad.
B-Rad. I was the gangster white
Who
guy.
this? Where he at? Why he never come to a party?
You see
He always
us,
at a party.
yeah.
No.
He's always at a party.
No
He's always
way.
smoking with us.
Yeah.
But I don't smoke with y'all.
Yeah,
I don't focus on
One
that
time,
part.
one time,
Oh,
one
no,
time.
no.
You gotta do it one time.
I will one time.
Oh, don't worry, I got
One
something for
time
you.
I will.
Oh.
Did he ever tell you the one time we smoked with Val Venus wrestling?
Yeah, I know.
Night?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I know. Who's
mad
weed?
jealous.
Oh, it was really good.
Who's weed?
First of all, yeah, make sure y'all introduce that one. Malibu's
Yeah.
Most Wanted. What up, though?
Yeah, shout out to motherfucking Sean, but AKA Bill Gluckman, always down with the bitches and the hoes. We have to say that. Right, nigga, that's his tagline. We have to
The
say
bitches
that.
and the hoes.
He is the weed.
But
analyst.
technically we can't really say that much because he is married too. So shit.
He married?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
So
I know.
y'all definitely can't be saying bitches and hoes.
Technically
Like,
we can't, but we ain't gonna get to that conversation.
that's
either.
like if like anybody gonna say
I'm
that
just
about
trying to
you. Well, you doing a pretty good job over there, sir.
Just going at a comfortable pace.
Damn. Fuck
Who
it.
else is in your squad?
Oh yeah, shit. I can also shout out Stone, who he used to be a part of the We in Wrestling podcast, but a little slight difficulties, but he's still the homie.
It's okay.
You
Talking
know,
the
you not Stone
goddamn
already, fool.
mic.
nigga.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I definitely can't forget this nigga Juntao Jiggy. This nigga Magoo. That's my brother. That was our videographer from when we first started.
How
We in
long have
Wrestling.
you guys been recording?
Oh, we started. Well, actually, my 1 year anniversary is on 4/20, and we actually have something big coming
Aw.
up. We will be announcing that in the next 2 weeks. So all stoners, you might want to pay attention. We in
Stoners
Wrestling-
unite.
Oh yeah, definitely, nigga.
Come
Definitely
through like
keep us
Voltron.
posted on that too.
He gonna tell you.
Right. That
Oh,
was the.
that's the only hint we
clue.
gonna
That's
give
the
y'all.
only clue we could give y'all.
Bro, I don't like clues. I don't like surprises either. Shit.
Ain't no.
Y'all just gonna tell me when y'all ready to tell me.
He
It's
probably gonna
fine.
tell you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fine.
He's gonna tell you shit.
But where can everyone listen to your podcast before we do jump into?
You can find us on
program.
Spotify at Weed and Wrestling, and you can also find us on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, we was on YouTube, but they're being a bitch right now, so it's gonna be a
Oh,
minute
shit.
for a minute till our visuals.
Y'all got banned
Minute
from
for a minute.
YouTube.
Nah.
What did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
His mentality.
I'm
I
probably
looked dead at you.
I'm
like,
probably like the most professional one out of all of them.
well,
Bullshit.
shit.
you
You
lying
can't,
ass nigga.
you
If
can't
you follow us
dress.
on Instagram, you know that is not the truth.
Oh wow.
You don't see how much they be violating me? Niggas call me.
Screenshotting our convos on the group chat and putting out in the public.
Dad called me fucking Samuel Jackson from what's his name? Kingsman.
One episode he came with the fucking Bray Wyatt
Oh, the sweater.
Firefly Funhouse sweater.
You came out looking like Bill Cosby.
Oh,
Yeah, they be cutting ass on my sweaters, but they be hating us.
You got the Bill Cosby sweaters. You know what? I
Cashmere.
appreciate that.
It was the same mint green like that leaf.
yup.
Oh, that was a nice color on your skin tone.
Well,
though.
technically
That is
it was
nice
this
though.
color, so shut the fuck up.
Same
That's
shit.
still listen.
That's
As
a nice
as
color.
melanins, we look good in bright colors.
Yeah, thank you very
Period.
much.
So-
We can always wear black.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can always wear black, but
Exactly.
like
that is true.
can't do bright colors. When Easter roll around, oh shit, I would love to see you in your Easter outfit.
Yo,
Shit,
it's like you said Easter. My eyes were straight to him.
like he be out here in the pastels and shit.
Salmon and peach. That's the only thing I,
I do
can
like
think
to.
of right now.
I like to make sure I stand out of the crowd. So
I mean,
That's
you go to
actually
church on
really
Easter?
good though.
I do not.
Oh.
I
Ma don't.
if I go to church, it's to watch people shout. So I know.
You don't want to show
I
it.
know as bad as it is. I love. That's my favorite part of church is
So
watching the
out
people
here,
shout.
people watching in church. What the
Yep.
fuck? This is what we've come to.
If people invite me, like if I get invited out, like, oh, you want to come to church? I'm going to church. All right, cool. And then they be shouting. I be like, yo, this is the best day ever because they be running up and down
Yeah,
the
they do.
aisles and
They
dropping
do.
on the
You
floor.
out here, people watching at church.
The pastor get into his deep voice and start to.
The Bible says.
He's full of shit.
See, that's true.
First thing first, you're the pastor. Cut
I
the
sure
shit.
wasn't. In high school, I was infamous for making fun of pastors.
Jesus Christ.
Really? Wait, where y'all all from?
Well, we from Harlem.
I'm from the
Oh,
Bronx.
nice. Okay,
Uptown Bronx.
where in the Harlem?
141st,
Okay, and what?
8th.
We went to high school.
So my
Our high
God.
school is dead.
Dead. Oh,
we
my
went
God.
to the
Wow.
Academy for Social Action, ASA,
God.
but it died.
What building was y'all in? Because that sounds like a smaller school.
It was a
No, no.
military school that
It was like-
we somewhat took over.
It was one of those schools that got like 5 different schools.
That's what I'm saying.
So we
satellite
had
school.
we had like the 3rd and 4th
Yeah.
floor,
Okay.
and then like once I graduated, because he
I
graduated
graduated
a year
first.
before me.
Okay.
My year was what, 2013?
Right after me.
And then right after the school died.
And what's worse is that no, hold a second. Let me tell this shit. And I'm so glad nobody from the school's watching this shit.
That you know.
That you know.
One day they will.
I'm
Trust me.
telling you, you be very surprised.
surprised.
No, you know
Who
what?
watches?
Okay, so in that case, fuck it. When I graduated my year, class of 2012, why was we ranked worst high school in New York
was
City,
ranked
number
the-
1?
We went from being the first college board school in Manhattan, the best school in Manhattan, to being the worst school.
What happened?
What happened?
We
A
lost
lot
our,
of-
we lost our principal, so we
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
all we
leave
can
it at
say.
that.
We actually have very much respect for that woman, so like we never gonna go
nothing
into
but
details.
respect for our
No,
original
and I
principal.
think that's
so.
always the best thing.
Because like without her, a lot of shit that we are going to be. Man, I'm not gonna go into details.
Man,
of that
after
shit.
she left, they brought in some
A black
bull-
female, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After
It's Harlem.
after she
Yeah.
left,
Ain't no white woman doing the principal.
after
in
she
fucking
left, the
Harlem.
school went down the.
I realized that
There you go.
one thing about black women, especially the older generation, they always make us feel comfortable, no
Yes.
matter what.
It's
The hospitality.
Like the hospitality.
That's why
like,
I'm on a black.
like,
that's why I'm
yo,
on a woman president. She's a black woman.
Right, a
That's
black
why mine
one.
is Egyptian.
Exactly.
A black one.
Of
I don't
course.
trust no white woman president. Cause I feel like
What?
white women would smile your face, do that fake smile.
First
They
of
make
all,
you feel
hold
comfortable.
on a second.
No.
Why would I trust somebody that don't even season their chicken?
Ooh.
Oh yes.
That's trust
Season
Or
your goddamn.
clean it.
Season your
Flavor of
goddamn
your
Or
chicken.
clean it.
Keep the flavor of your
They don't
content.
clean
That's very
it.
valid,
They'll use the
though.
ooh.
And you still use a corn oil, please, lady. Please use grape seeds. Much more healthier for you.
Dr.
and that still
Oz,
tastes the
Dr.
same.
Oz talking about how that clean your chicken. Listen, white man, I'm not gonna listen to you, Dr. Oz. What
He
you
said
that's
some
why
of the
you're
wildest
not-
shit I've
You're
ever
not-
What
heard.
high
That's why we-
school, Ryan, what high school you went to?
High school graphic communication arts.
In the city?
Yeah, on 50th Street.
Okay.
It was a
Did you say
very,
you was from
very
the Bronx?
dumb high school because it went on the news for a lot of the dumbest things,
Well, it was on 50th Street. That's
such as having a plunger as a hall pass.
We didn't even have a hall pass.
gangster as hell.
We just roamed the hallways.
Damn.
We had teachers that got arrested for forging jury duty papers.
Bro, stop talking.
Whoa, that's intense. Like I would take as an adult, I ate my jury duty days.
And she
I
was an
like,
English
fuck it.
teacher.
Oh damn.
Teachers was doing what?
They was
Forging
forging
jury
jury duty so that they could get so they wouldn't have to work.
Hey, any people that work in like the court of law, I'm watching this shit before I say anything.
They finna-
Everybody who went to graphics and is watching this or will watch this down the line, they know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
they
yeah.
done seen
Okay,
some
then
shit.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
That's
plaza.
crazy.
I-
There you go.
I wish I took a shot before I came here. That's all I got to say.
But like
you be
this, you
fine.
good because
Legends is down the block.
if you wasn't a part of the mess, you don't say your mess that you did. That's it.
I know it's
That's
not.
it.
Well, technically I was in a mess.
You was fine. Anyway, as we are in our second week of Black History Month, once again, each week we are going to give some honor to one male, one female African American wrestler that has impacted the wrestling industry. So the first one this week is going to be Ernest the Cat Ladd. He was, if you did not know, he was a booker for Bill Watts Mid-South Wrestling Promotion, and he overcame several racially charged white wrestling stars who had issues with taking orders from him. He used his common sense and street smarts to kind of craft together what was known as the Mid-South wrestling promotion. He also kind of helped cultivated Junkyard Dog too. Ladd was also known as one of the top heels in the business, and he famously matched up with Andre the Giant, Bobo Brazil, and Dusty Rhodes. R.I.P. Dusty. And then Ladd was inducted not only into the San Diego Chargers Hall of Fame in 1981, Grambling State University Hall of Fame in 1989, and the WWF Hall of Fame in 1995.
The year a legend was born.
Hey, girl, come on in. I'll get you a chair.
Yeah, actually, see from my
That's
son,
dope.
Glenn.
And then the second one, of course, is going to be Miss Jacqueline herself, who is a two-time WWF
dark-skinned
Women's
self.
Champion and a for one-time Cruiserweight Champion, which I thought was kind of dope. I forgot about that. She also starred in the first season of WWF's reality show Tough Enough as a trainer alongside with Al Snow, Taz, and Tori. And then I put this little fun fact for you because I know you like your little video games. Jacqueline made her video game debut in the PlayStation version of WCW Nitro. And she later appeared in Know Your Role, WWF No Mercy, WrestleMania 18, WWE Raw 2, 2K17 as a downloadable character, 2K18 and 2K19.
Let's always put my boo Jacqueline.
There you go. And then as last but not least,
And
she
she's
was
dark-skinned?
inducted.
You and chocolate.
I love
He loved
dark skin.
chocolate.
I know.
I love it.
I know. That's why I keep my phone
And
away from her.
last but not
The
least, she was inducted into the class of 2016 WWE Hall of Fame, where she was the first African American woman of descent that was inducted. So,
Wow, really? They waited that long?
yeah,
Come on, people.
it's kind of
Come on,
crazy when
people.
you look at it, kind of like full circle.
I thought the same thing when WWE posted their
I hope so.
their Black History Month of all the champions, and I counted it was only like 30 some odd people that were African American
Black
descent
Yeah.
that were champion. I was like, that's ridiculous.
It's
that
pretty hard.
This industry has been around for like,
Once your mans get there, you ain't gonna complain, are you? Jay Lethal.
chill. He's been champion though.
Jay was
champion.
by far the longest ROH World Heavyweight Champion.
No, that's his
fine.
favorite wrestler.
That's
So
one
that's
of my,
Really?
that's one of my other favorite wrestlers. Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal.
It looks like you like a lot of like
his favorite
black people with charisma.
His favorite wrestlers.
telling you.
Can
That's
I just say?
I'm telling you.
True.
His
I
favorite
gotta
wrestlers
support the
is
people.
Jay Lethal, Velveteen Dream, what's his name? The Pope, Kofi Kingston.
Don't forget the whole New Day. Come on, man.
Oh, sorry, the New Day.
whole New
And
Day.
technically,
Oh,
I
New
knew
Day.
him this long. I gotta say Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
But I gotta
of
say
course.
the 90s Shawn Michaels right after the Rockets.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, once he told me
You
he was
gotta
super
move
kicking
it?
fools in school, I know that.
Wait,
I know
you got to
that's
move that
definitely
back
my
because
favorite.
that's the camera that's recording us.
That was my thing. in
No,
school.
I'm just
I know.
saying.
Still ain't got none of my stuff back.
Look at Spence. He'll tell you.
He got my shit.
Perfect. Thank you. So we're gonna start behind Gorilla's position, which is our opening segment. Our OMG moment this week goes to no other than Jeff Cobb, who we dead ass just saw him on Sunday
Yo.
at Ring of
crazy.
Honor's Free Enterprise, where him and Dan Mav actually became the number one contenders for Jay Lethal and John Digression's ROH tag team titles. It was super interesting. So, if you were watching AEW this week, and we'll talk about AEW once we get a little towards this week in wrestling, the ending of it came with Jeff Cobb coming out and attacking John Moxley.
That was a big surprise.
I disagree with that 100%.
No, hold up.
Oh, we're going to get to it. Don't you worry about that. Jericho had announced earlier in the show that they had searched for a hitman. And lo and behold, the hitman was Jeff Cobb, which I think is very interesting. He currently is not under, he is really technically a free agent. He is not under ROH. His ROH contract actually ended at the end of 2019. So he's kind of working on a per day basis with ROH, but it allows him to not only work with ROH, but also New Japan and Pro Wrestling Guerrilla on top of that. So, question to the table. What are your thoughts on Jeff Cobb's unique debut in AEW? And then what are your thoughts on free agents being used on different promotions? Does it help or does it hurt the product?
I mean, it all depends. I mean, they all WWE all considers
close to the
their
mic.
like individual contractors, but they're not really self-contracted. But AEW scooping up Jeff Cobb's, that's a big plus, especially with them trying to like low key trying to expand and get into all those territories. We're working partnerships with New Japan and Ring of Honor and NWA. I said NWO. So I was excited, especially I didn't expect him to be there
Now.
at the end of the show.
at the- yeah.
they did the video package for him. I was like, all right, that's good. And then he came out at the end of the show. I was like, all right.
So that either
Whoa.
somebody lost
they
or
let us-
lose
Wait,
their
wait.
job.
Time out
Or,
a second. You ain't gonna say that you called that though?
I did
Because
call
technically
it.
you did call
How?
that
I confirmed it.
The turban lets me do things.
shit. That's all I'm saying.
The power of the
the
turban.
turban has like mystical powers.
I be
from
calling a lot
the
of shit.
outer,
We
outer-
all talking and watching this
outer
shit. He
system.
says it the second that his promo come up. I go downstairs. I come back up. Next thing you know, oh, well, he's attacking Moxley. What the hell is going on, man?
Yo, it's the third eye.
They should have
man.
waited.
Wake it
I
up.
feel like if you
Talk about it.
gave the package, you set the people's expectation, give it like a week or two, and then pull out Cobb. Not announce that we got Jeff Cobb, and we got him right now.
well, I mean, it definitely, because I was watching NXT, because it's so hard to watch both at the same goddamn
telling
time.
you.
No, not really.
So I was watching NXT, and then I get a message like, "Oh, Janelle, you're gonna really want to watch AEW next week." And I was like, "But why?" Unless Swole was on it, I was like, "But why?" And then I saw the clip of Jeff Cobb, and I was like, "Well, that I will definitely tune in the next week on AEW because he's facing John Moxley on next week's episode." But Do you think do you think what, as you mentioned, all these kind of like bridging the gap, because that's actually what Marty kind of talked about in terms of now being the co-head booker for ROH, where he talks about he wants to have the relationship with New Japan, he wants to have the relationship with AEW. Is it better to have all these things in one pot, or does it kind of hurt their individual brands a piece?
It's good for competition, because if you was to mix the roster together, we would see who would have the dominant roster. And as far as just having everybody separate, where they're just doing their own thing.
Okay.
Well, I kind of feel like when it comes to like Jeff Cosby and AEW.
Jeff Cobb. Why the fuck did you just call him Jeff Cosby?
I said, I don't know.
God.
Elizabeth. But Jeff Cobb, the reason why I think it's tough, because this is actually what WWE was trying to do with Brock. Like, not Brock, with Goldberg as a real mercenary.
Gilbert.
So him having as a real mercenary now, it makes more sense. Like, all right, he's a mercenary for hire.
Well, technically, is he a mercenary or is he a hitman? That's two different meanings.
Well, yeah.
Because a mercenary, they gonna go out and do what the fuck they want to do on their own. Yeah, he gonna take Jericho's money. Yeah, he gonna do what Jericho says. But who's?
I would feel like Moxley's more the missing,
Right.
the mercenary.
But most likely,
Well,
AEW.
I mean, like overall,
He's like the anti-hero of AEW.
Right, but you need a guy like Jeff
Mercenary.
Cobbs, because he's like the prototype what the business is leaning towards, where we gonna get these free agents coming from a set of shows, and you go out the door. Because for one, it's good for ticket sales, it's good for like a quick check for the person, and depending who they're working with, they might get a royalty check just by appearing in a video game or get a toy out. True. Or they get quick merch.
And you got an Olympic athlete on your roster.
Right. So basically, overall, Jeff Cobb coming in how he came in is perfect, because it set the tone for other free agents that say, okay, I can do a few work here and there, this, that, third, and I get on a national television screen. This is perfect. Unlike Impact, where nobody knows, like, it's but so much, like, not everybody has that channel. It's not everywhere. So it doesn't really work in Impact. But on this larger scale, it's perfect.
But my only issue, and we'll move forward, my only issue with that is the short term. With my issue with AEW is there's no build for a long term. Like, everything is kind of like in 3 month spans, because that's exactly how their pay-per-views are laid out. So every 3 months, you have that storyline, you have this, boom. Then after that, the next 3 months is what you focus on. So kind of like somebody like where your attention span can be like all over the damn place. Something, short term works. But somebody that wants to be invested in the company, the long-term aspect, I feel like, is what's really been missing out on the AEW side. Is like, you have, like, to me, it's like they've only done it with the title. Everything else has fallen wayside in terms of long-term.
No, you forget they have a long-term storyline with a guy like MJF and versus Cody. That is a long-term storyline.
But what about that women's championship though?
No, but so let me push.
Right.
So let me hold on. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
But let me challenge you on that. Then let's say when MJF versus Cody happens, and let's say Cody wins, then what happens?
Hey, listen, like I've been telling you this forever. They haven't been out for a year.
But I'm just saying. But I'm saying in terms of the storyline, once Cody beats him, that storyline is kind of dead.
Well,
you don't know that. It's just like, it could be like a Sami Zayn. It could be like a Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, where just because the storyline is over doesn't mean that they're gonna have a few interaction with each other.
they'll probably have another tag match with MJF.
I think
and,
that's MJF's challenge in
Exactly.
this, and seeing that, all right, I'm stepping into this as a big opponent on a national scale. Let me make this impact for my next one, or if the next one is not gonna go through, then this one's gonna make that big one.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit! Yo, we dead ass got the new AEW Women's Champion watching the live feed right now.
Yo,
what up?
Legit. Legit.
Shout out to Nyla Rose.
Just saw her name pop
Yeah,
up.
just popped up.
the second I mentioned that fucking.
No, legit. The second you mentioned it, I looked on it and I was just like, wait, that
wanna
looks
mention
really
this now,
familiar.
Nyla Rose as a new AEW Women's Champion.
Thank you, girl.
That's the right.
Thank you,
set
sis,
pace.
for taking the title off the most boring person
Exactly.
on the goddamn roster. Thank you.
If I'm being honest, they should have been put the title on her
Sis,
from off jump.
She should have won it.
I
She
said,
shoulda
you know
won
how
it.
much publicity you could have got as the first transgender women's champion going forward.
I mean, bump that. Yes, of course. It create
I'm
buzz.
just mad it happened on a random ass Dynamite episode.
But overall, though, they had to set her up though, because honestly, they didn't low key book them pretty well because she went she lost the championship. She lost the championship match. She went away for a little bit. They built it back up, but being a beast, throwing people to tables. You felt the intensity. You build it up. So when she won, not only that it was like how she won was great. It was a great match because
it was a really good match.
It was a really good match.
Sat there and
Again, that was one of their best bouts. I've seen them wrestle a whole bunch of, but this one was the one that I called it like, this cemented her. That gives like value to the championship because what's her name was a good champion, but she wasn't there like that.
She was not a good champion.
I'm
she was
sorry,
boring.
Too busy
she
in Japan.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
She
she's
wasn't
too
good.
small.
What has she done?
It has
with
nothing
that
to do with
woman?
her
It didn't care
size.
about her size.
It's not about her size.
I got
but
a little
like,
question.
We didn't need another Rock champion.
I got a question.
Be there.
What was she doing with that women's championship?
she was styling and profiling.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
Which I need everybody to
one
keep the
thing
same
that I
energy
can
when we
tell
talk
people
about
are gonna
Brock,
have
though.
a really, really
Oh, I
hard time
definitely-
with is how it's going to be put
We don't
together.
need to talk about Lesnar right
Because
now.
wrestling is a whole lot different from MMA because those are two totally different conflicts that's going on right now.
With what?
With transgenders in MMA and transgenders in wrestling. With wrestling, it's more of a dance party where it's everybody involved. MMA is just those two in the ring. And the way how that match, I've learned that Nyla could sell.
Yes.
Because a 90-pound girl picking up and tiger suplexing somebody on their head that's over 2 times their size, that's not easy. Northern Light suplex is not easy.
But, I mean, they had the good, honestly, they were probably one of the best matches with the premiere of AEW Dynamite in DC.
Yeah.
That was probably the only match people really talked about and that really enjoyed themselves watching. I just think, once again, I would have preferred, I like the big lights, the big stage. I would have preferred Sis
To have it at a
to had
pay-per-view,
it at
yeah.
one in the Evolution, winning in Chicago, and, have that moment. I mean, I feel like having that moment in Austin, Texas, I mean, it's going to be definitely a city that always lives in your heart forever, but
you don't
as
know
a
that
fan...
but you don't know her prior engagement.
I would. It's not about prior engagement. It's
nobody
like you
knows
just book
others'
the
prior
person
life.
for the
Yeah.
pay per view. That's just it.
You don't know. But honestly, this is a great way to set the pace. Like the fact that she made a point that, where's the celebration? Y'all ain't cheering for me. I got something for y'all.
It's also
Yeah, I
a new
read
challenge,
it.
just like how Impact did with putting Tess on the world
Oh,
champion.
speaking of other champions, shout outs to Jordan Grace, who is your new Impact Women's Champion. She just won, I believe, this past Tuesday on Impact. So I just think it's a really good time in wrestling to kind of switch things up. I always feel like WrestleMania season always triggers everyone to
when they
switch
kick in.
everything up. Like, besides it being, WrestleMania for WWE fans, I feel like every other promotion is like, I got to step it up. Because even when we went to ROH Free Enterprise show in Baltimore, they announced that at Supercard it'd be PCO versus Nick Aldis.
For title?
I don't know if it's gonna be title for title.
Oh, no, champion
but
versus
no.
champion.
What will end up happening is that if PCO wins, which he probably would, I think it's if PCO wins,
Marty gets the shot.
Marty gets the shot. But they already signed where the Crockett Cup, which is happening in April, where Marty versus Nick Aldis will happen.
Marty gets the championship if he wins.
If he wins, if he doesn't, he gotta give
half a mil.
Half a mil.
For them.
I was like, well, goddamn.
Marty got money.
Marty out here getting paid.
Don't sleep on the UK. Don't sleep on
When
the
you
UK.
when you the
UK know how to
booker.
get
Mr.
UK know how to
Cobblepot
get
got
back.
real.
the
Just
Mr.
like
Cobblepot
kayfabe
got the
money.
money.
Listen, I would have definitely psyched out and been like,
Is this real as kayfabe money?
no, it's a real. He said, I will write you a check.
Nah, because they
for
friends, so I'm pretty sure he
$500.
means
Oh
it.
yeah, he really means that shit.
Him and Aldous go
don't
way
like
back,
that
so I'm
alone.
pretty sure he.
But everybody saying that
Alone?
wrestling is fake. They really putting up real money.
They
putting
putting
up
up
real
You
dollars.
actually think that You actually think that Marty gonna lose from that shit?
No,
This-
I think
this
it's
is a way to
but
get him
see,
the
but
world
The
that's-
one is long
see,
overdue on personal
And
note.
honestly speaking, that's why I honestly feel more invested. Like, I like the whole sometimes when the companies come together, but like too many together, I think sometimes it takes away from the value of
Yeah,
it.
it
So
depends
like
on
the
how they all
ROH
book
and
it.
NWA relationship by far is probably the best relationship either brand can have.
Yeah.
Where you
Especially
have
ROH.
Marty,
They need each other.
especially ROH, because their women's division is nothing.
No, their whole shit
Their
is.
lost
What
and-
women's division?
exactly missing.
They got a title. With
We're gonna put them on a milk carton soon. But I definitely think having the partnership with NWA, who's up and coming.
Yeah, because they
Why
definitely
is
need it. Because
valid.
they got good talent over there. I keep up and I watch, but
They
it's like
kicking
they
ass.
need
And
they need some of those big.
And we're
names
gonna move
over
on,
there.
but those that have been watching NWA, next week Power will not be on, but the Squared Circle episode is the first episode, and I highly recommend
Which
every single
episode?
person at this table watch the Squared Circle episode of NWA next week, because you may see someone you know.
Oh, that's
you
I'm
may
for it.
see someone you may know.
The square circle, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
the Square Circle
What day?
on YouTube Tuesday.
It's
It'll be the
Tuesday.
same time
Oh,
where
Power-
Power comes on, but Power will not be on this week. The Square Circle will be on instead, and it'll be the first episode. And I'm confident
Why they
that
changed it
you
to the
will
square
see.
circle?
Well, the Square Circle is
it's
a different.
miniseries
It's a
show.
different episode where they're giving the opportunity, which AEW needs to kind of do, to give people up and coming the platform to actually wrestle.
They have
So think
that.
of it
do
kind of
that
like the
on Dark.
NXT
Yeah.
kind of like level kind of thing.
Okay.
Before NXT became a big brand.
So it might be someone that we
It
know.
might be somebody you may know on the episode.
You gotta think back. Who's
And
been
it's
going to
not
wrestling
me,
school?
I
Who's
promise.
been training?
I feel like everybody-
it's a lot of people that we know. Like a lot.
There's a lot of people we
like,
know.
Like I can't figure out who it is because it could be a
I'm
lot
not-
of people.
Just think who don't have a contract. That's all you gotta do.
Nah, it's a lot of guys. Yes, a lot of our
A lot
guys
of
that
guys
don't.
Exactly. Just run down the whole.
That makes it worse. But
shout out to
next
Ryan
topic.
Rose,
Welcome back XFL. I am super stoked
Oh no, this is
about the XFL coming back. My football needs are being met.
Facts.
Your girl, shout outs to your girl is leading week 1 from my fantasy league. Yup, I did it. 168 points in first week. Yeah, bitches. First time I did fantasy league.
Who
So
started
I'm
this
mad
fantasy
hype.
league? Who's doing XFL fantasy league?
So these guys in a different wrestling group, they did fantasy football, and I had caught, like the all black like Facebook wrestling group. So I had caught wind that they was doing a fantasy league for XFL. So I said, oh shit, let me get on that because I didn't get to do fantasy football for NFL. So it literally is. I think it's like 6 or 7 of us. Like has teams. Of course, the team name is Jobber Tears. And then we had a draft, Super Bowl night. And then week 1 started this week. So I'm really proud of myself because I never did fantasy football, and it was really dope that I
Nah,
won
fantasy
the
football
first
is
week.
wild.
But Vince McMahon's league has once again 18. So you have the Seattle Dragons, the DC Defenders, LA Wildcats, Houston Roughnecks, Tampa Bay Vipers, who has dope ass colors. The New York Guardians. Shout out to the New York Guardians.
Their logo's fire.
And then you have the St. Louis Battlehawks and the Dallas Renegades. Shout out to the Dallas Renegades, even though I don't fuck Jerry Jones. But their entrance to their team this past weekend was super dope. They had literally motorcycles. They had a motorcade into the arena. Like legit. It was pretty dope.
Damn,
like
Vince, you
H
dropping
entrance.
money on this.
Yeah,
Sound
no.
like a Triple H entrance.
I don't give a
Which I live for
I'm gonna say
every
this right now.
WrestleMania.
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't give a damn if it is Vince. I don't watch XFL.
Why?
I don't watch football at all.
Okay,
Oh,
so then
okay,
that's
that's
fine.
yeah.
That's
That's
fair.
fine. That's understandable.
That's understandable. So with the
I don't watch no
XFL,
sports. I just listen to music.
what's your favorite
He's
person
listening
to
to music,
listen to?
smoke weed, and watch wrestling.
Who's your favorite
I barely
person to
could
listen
catch
to?
wrestling. I love.
Everybody on his
That's-
laptop.
Yeah, no, I ain't
Everybody,
wrestling.
for those that can't see it,
No,
though.
no, sorry.
Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler Creator.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Lil Wayne, Currency, Wiz, obviously. A whole lot of '90s hip hop.
Ooh, okay.
Of course, the locks.
Okay.
I have to say, of course.
ASAP.
Money, power,
Oh yeah.
respect.
Say that again, Black.
Yeah, ASAP.
Yeah, of course. As
I'm about to say
always.
which one because it's whole
Oh,
mob.
the whole
Everybody
mob.
needs to say
The whole
I'm
mob.
about to say you Harlem.
He
You
smokes
the
me
whole
on a consistent
mob.
basis, so he can kind of knows the niggas'
I was
playlist.
like, yeah. Okay, so actually, I already know your favorite wrestler.
Oh, yeah, too much Dipset.
What are your too much Dipset is not enough. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? Okay, better. Okay, wait. Top 3. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
It's hard
I'll just
sometimes.
go. No, I'll just go say 3. Jericho,
Nice, the
Of
GOAT.
course.
La Champion.
Edge,
Nice.
and y'all want to say the famous number 434 days?
Oh, Rob
CM
Van
Punk.
Dam.
Oh, Rob Van
RVD,
Dam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Van Damme afterwards, and then Jeff is number 5.
Oh, well, you got to smoke with RVD to really get
That's
that.
the plan.
Okay,
Trying
heard
to.
you.
He liked a couple of our stuff.
Oh,
RVD.
sweet.
Yeah, he watched some of our stuff.
Sweet. Brian, favorite 3 wrestlers of all time?
Top 3: Ric Flair,
Nice.
Triple H,
Nice.
and
Don't shake your head at trips.
Damn,
Don't shake your head at trips.
He's saving us.
people gonna hate me. Goldberg.
Why?
Gilbert.
Why?
Ain't
You
nothing
know
wrong
what?
with him.
We'll talk about it when we get to SmackDown.
Next.
But with XFL coming
What
back,
about you?
oh, we already did his.
Oh yeah, right.
Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
it is.
Can we get to an elephant in the room? Your favorite wrestler is William Goldberg. It's not Bill.
Do you understand when
Look
Bray?
at the
No,
heat that
I
he
want to talk
gets
about
when-
it. in Smack-
Okay, let's hold it. Let's hold it.
Because when he said
Sorry.
William,
Goldberg,
I fucking fell out.
I dropped my
Bill.
drink.
Fucking fell out.
I dropped my drink.
I dropped my whole drink when Edge came back at the Royal Rumble. So let's talk about that.
You didn't see my face.
He was
almost
I broke
cried.
a whole glass.
Tears came
a
down.
whole glass. But with the XFL back, each 4 home stadium teams, so Houston, DC, Dallas, and New York all had their home games this weekend, and they had an attendance in the 17,000s, which is really impressive for the first week. A lot of people are impressed with the XFL coming back because if you watch the old one was a gimmick.
Hot ass mess.
A gimmick. So we got this one that don't watch football, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention.
I do watch football
Okay,
from time to time.
favorite
so,
football team.
I'm talking about fiance.
People gonna hate me, but the Patriots.
Get the fuck out the room.
Tom Brady
just
is
walk
God.
out. Just walk out.
Nah,
Velveteen
Tom Brady's a
Dream.
goat.
Just walk
Brady is-
out.
My brother forced me to watch a bunch again. I'm like, damn, I can't see shit.
Nah,
Tom
Brady's
is nice.
He's nice.
Yeah,
He's nice.
but the fucking Patriots.
Those
Whatever.
the audible plays he puts in, he reads the defense and he's like, all right, I'm gonna just put this here, touchdown.
You know what's crazy is one thing I noticed was we watched the Houston LA game when we got to Baltimore, and the one thing I actually really like I thought was different was you can actually hear the audio from the box, like from them calling plays and stuff. Like it was really dope because NFL all you see is niggas like this all the time, like so this is.
But
what we
here's the
about to do.
thing though, like people feel like honestly, I think that's a good idea.
I think it's dope.
But I hope no one they might have to edit it because people might try to cheat.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they
I'm pretty sure
already
niggas
cheated.
know, yeah. But you can also hear audio from the sidelines. You can hear the coach and the quarterback talk. Like it really is like it gives that kind of insight, like that Hard Knocks that was on HBO type shit. It gives that feel, which I
like
kind
it.
of really like. I'm really excited
I
about.
really like it. Like
XFL.
I'm really looking forward to it. Like the kickoffs is good. Like it prevents injury and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I like the New York Guardians got some defense.
First of all, shout out to New York Guardians.
The
Shout
New
out
York
to our
Guardians got some
quarterback.
defense.
Let's talk about it. But
Yo.
actually, speaking about XFL, and we're going to move right along to the rumors of the week. XFL, we're going to do a field trip. Information will be posted on our Facebook group next week. We are planning on going to the March 14th XFL game at MetLife Stadium.
Shit, that's my birthday.
Tickets. You're
That's my-
Pisces.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Y'all Pisces got something
Aw,
else.
come celebrate. You Wait, what?
Y'all Pisces got something else. The females
Pisces
got
are-
something
listen,
else.
I don't believe.
No,
I don't
male
believe in
and female.
astrology.
Don't loop me in with
That-
the rest of
No,
them.
male and female is very interesting.
I'm not
We'll
saying
put
that. My
on the
mother
table.
is a Pisces, so that says enough.
Shit. But once again, March 14th, it is the New York Guardians versus the Houston Roughnecks. If you have not watched the first week, the Houston Roughnecks quarterback
It's nice.
is nice.
Nice.
Like we are in danger come that week. But once again, tickets will be $45. They are the group price ticket. Once again, information will be out
Houston
next week.
Roughnecks.
Yeah. Don't
Not Rednecks,
listen. Don't
Roughnecks.
Roughnecks.
Don't go into it.
No. From we said from XFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when Wayne got that. I'm sorry. Every time somebody say something shit, a ball come back in my head. I'm
Connect
sorry,
to
y'all.
the bars. But once again, information will be posted on the Jabatias podcast, Facebook group, and Instagram, and all that jazz. We're gonna move on to the rumors of this week, starting off with Matt Hardy heading to free agency. So this past week
Free
on
to delete.
Raw,
Yes, free.
this past week on Raw, Hardy came out, talked about his history with Edge, which I mean, I guess
Weird.
bygones be bygones, but still
Right.
fuck Lita. All
Yeah,
that
exactly.
jazz. And then Orton came out. He demanded an explanation for the attack, but then he got attacked instead.
Attacked. You call that an attack?
Well, he got
He
attacked.
tried.
Dropped.
He tried.
Okay.
Well, the attack led up to really him being written off
Yeah,
of TV.
of course. Of course.
And everyone knows that when the Hardys came back, what was that? Orlando Mania was what?
2017.
Yeah, I was about to say 3 years ago. You know, their contracts are coming up, coming in March. So the question to the table is, where do you see Matt Hardy moving to,
The Dark Order.
and why?
Dark Order.
I gotta agree.
And why?
Because it's a really, really good fit because the Dark Order is very mysterious and
But will it make
Matt Hardy
somebody
could
that
get
doesn't watch AEW make them watch AEW?
It all depends.
depends.
On
Depends
what?
on how it's put together.
Okay,
Can we get Matt Hardy his roses though?
go ahead.
The reason I say that is because like from 2015 to 2020, look at the work that he's done. I'm serious. I'm really being dead. Pull out your phones right now.
He does. He
Look at the
does.
work that he's
I
done.
agree.
Even him becoming TNA World Champion, and him creating the Unbroken Brilliance for his brother and Impact, and him making his. Well, you've seen the fucking work that he's done.
All self-made.
Self-made. And
I
evidently
yeah,
they don't
and
let him do
everything.
shit.
And people in his predicament just flat out just be like, okay, I'm done. I don't need to deal with this shit no more. They happy being on the sidelines, not worried about anything, just collect their check. For Matt Hardy, he just knows like there's more out there.
I just think Matt is more. He definitely was the more creative brother.
Jeff was
They
Jeff,
both-
but people could always slept on Matt.
No, I think the thing is that it goes back to the Brett Owen syndrome, where you have one brother
That
who
sibling shit is hard,
bars. I got you.
But go ahead.
Oh, so I was gonna say, it goes back once again to the Owen Brett, where Owen I always felt like was the better wrestler technically, but Brett was the superstar out of the bunch. So with Jeff was
the
always the superstar.
And Matt was the.
When Matt was
he was the Michael.
always he was Bentito.
More
But-
durable too.
But definitely that second wind, like when Matt Hardy came back and he did the Matt Hardy version on SmackDown and stuff like that. I think definitely
that
you
shit.
saw a different side of Matt Hardy that I think a lot of people didn't know he had. And then when he in Impact, when he did the whole delete thing, and
But before that, Big Money Matt.
Oh yeah. definitely.
And then Cold Blood. I'm a TNA
cold-blooded
fan,
man,
so
right?
I kinda
now I
know.
see why you're friends with this one, because he be bigging up TNA all the goddamn time.
TNA had a
The
good
cool
time
level-
period.
the cool
They had
level.
a.
I gotta keep him around.
They had
They
a
had
nice.
the talent.
they had a-
They
My
had
fiance
the
calls him
television.
Smart Brother.
Yeah, she does.
That's sweet.
But overall, how I feel about Matt Hardy, and I'll let y'all go, is he always knew how to innovate. Innovate
Exactly.
and recreate
Grew it.
himself. Like,
Exactly.
let's go back. Version 1 Matt Hardy. You know, I when I die Matt Hardy.
Man,
you
he
know?
was just pissed because
Right,
his bitch.
right, but
he turned out to
He
something
turned it,
though.
you know. I when I die, Matt Hardy.
that's some smart shit.
And then he was like, you know, I
Niggas
got
need to
like,
learn, yo.
He was like, I'm gonna talk about my problems, Matt Hardy, depressed Matt Hardy.
Well, yeah, when he turned heel on
Right,
on Jet,
you know,
they had that Mania
right,
match.
you know, I
Oh,
hate
it's about
you,
09
Matt
Hardy.
Hardy, and then you got the I Get Money, Matt Hardy, and then what
just call him the
happened?
50 Cent
Yeah, I
of
Get
the
Money,
Hardy
Matt Hardy.
Boys.
He
Yeah.
gets money.
It's Big Money Matt.
Sorry, Big Money, but the black community we call him I Get Money, Matt Hardy.
I'm not calling him. I give money
I'm
Matt
gonna
because he
call
been
him
had that time.
So no. Kayfabe, you know, wrestling world, he didn't. You know, he was just
Those Hardys, well, we know.
yeah.
Those Hardys.
But like overall, big money. And then if you really think about it, that is the journey of a man. Because we all go through that. He reached the pinnacle. He got some money. Then he was just like,
Talking to
I
the
became
goddamn mic.
broken.
He went through that scene phase.
Exactly. Like I became broken. And now I'm trying to put my life back together and become who I want to be. And on top of that, I see my brother suffering. So let me help
my
him
God.
with his journey in life.
I love
And
Matt.
what
I love
happened,
Jeff, but
they got
damn.
together. He helped out Jeff. So Matt Hardy, like everyone said, like she said in the paper, is the most selfless superstar ever. And on top of that, you forget, when he was in WWE, he took his man Shannon Moore with him. And on top of that,
Hurricane
RIP to
Helms.
Crash, he took Crash with him.
Rest in peace.
Right. And on top of that, that broken universe situation when he was fighting on his tag team, you saw people you haven't seen in a minute. The original Rockers. He put them back on the scene, and now they are NWA Tag Team Champion.
Not anymore.
Not anymore,
Not anymore. I didn't know that, but
Not anymore.
he set that seed.
James Storm
for
and Eli
people-
Drake.
Right. Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
a random-
He
I wanna talk
set
about
the
him.
scene.
Pairing.
I need to talk
it
about
makes
James
sense,
Storm,
it makes
too.
Yeah.
sense, because you got the straight guy and the drunk. Dang, ain't
Wait.
that the storyline? But
What?
What'd you say?
like,
Yeah.
you know, straight edge guy. You know,
Who's
with-
about?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying with Eli Drake, because it's so funny because this past week on Power,
Yeah.
he had poured.
Yo,
So
they
James
was-
Storm poured beer into the
Crockett
Crockett cup
and he
like
was-
trophy and was drinking out
I
of
gotta
the
watch
shit.
that. I
He
gotta
did,
watch
he
that.
did that before at
It was-
TNA with
I
some
gotta watch
trophy.
that.
It was
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
priceless,
I gotta watch
though.
NWA. But overall, though,
What's the Boozer Cruise?
overall though, this sets you up like Matt Hardy he's not appreciating WWE. Because if you watch some of his
course.
stuff,
No
that he's
Hardy's
gonna use
appreciating
some-
WWE.
Nobody.
Hardy.
I
Matter
mean,
of fact,
but Jeff,
bump that.
Jeff made that bed,
He did.
and he got lay
He
in
did.
there.
But
Yeah.
overall,
I know.
what I realized about, and we're gonna say this. Let me be back on track. Matt Hardy is the ultimate person, and honestly, him going to AEW was set them apart, because not only with that, he brings the wisdom to the ring, wisdom like behind closed doors, and he also will help them with their graphic department. They're getting their name out there. Imagine the universe. Imagine.
We're gonna
the
see
Dark
Vanguard
Order.
War. We're gonna see Vanguard 1 and motherfucking
Of
Dynamite
course.
soon. So
of course,
I mean, I signed me up
Send
for
you a
Moxie
Benjamin.
versus Hardy though. I sign up for that.
I need
But-
no.
Oh,
See,
man.
Broken
That would
Man
be
versus
fire.
Moxley, cool. But
Yeah.
Jeff versus Moxley,
exactly.
that's another.
I'm not
that's-
watching Jeff Hardy. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
He let you down too many times.
Yeah, I'm
He's
good.
your Little Wayne.
Yeah, I'm good.
He's your Little Wayne. It's okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
He's like that cousin that you've helped all throughout your teen years.
Facts.
And then
You just
as
keep
as
fucking up.
adults, you're
Facts.
like, well, why are you sitting here with 8 kids? I done told you to wrap it up. So
Yeah,
I done
Briscoe.
told Jeff
Yeah, Briscoe.
Oh.
I know he's watching this.
Ooh, shit. But let's move on. We got the second rumor of the week. 2 new Hall of Fame inductees. So, at Wrestling Votes, had tweeted the other day that the Bella Twins might be.
That wasn't a joke.
Might be. This
I
is a
thought
rumor.
You
Rumor.
I thought it
The
was.
Bella Twins might be inducted into this year's class of 2020 for the Hall of Fame down in Tampa, Florida, which already announced you have Batista and you have NWO, which would include Hogan,
Nash.
Bum-Ass, Nash, Hall,
Okay,
and X-Pac.
If you're going to call him a bum ass, then don't call him by his name.
Terry.
Terrence.
Terry.
I'll call him Terrence.
There you go.
Terrence.
That's Terrence.
But you have
I would call him
NWO,
Terrence
which
because
honestly,
I know
that
the good
4
brothers named
was
Terrence.
questionable. I definitely had a conversation
Thank you.
last night with somebody that told him I was like, if there was the 4th person that should have been inducted with them, it should have really been Bischoff. But that's neither here or
Exactly.
there.
What about Big Show?
Big Show
I
needs
think
to-
Big Show needs to be done before
His own
being
shit.
inducted.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue. But questions to the table: do you think the Bellas should be inducted
No.
into
How
the
you
Hall
gonna
of
get
Fame?
into the Hall of Fame
Wait,
before
They're
John
gonna
Cena
say
and
no.
D-Bry?
They're gonna say no. I'm gonna say yes. You say that, but Daniel Bryan is still an active member of the roster.
correct. So is John Cena.
Cena is still an active member of the
He's
roster.
part time, but he's active.
Both the Bellas are officially done. They were gonna come
They're
back.
pregos at this
They're-
moment.
Right. They were gonna come back to do a
type of-
tag titles with the Iconics,
What
but
type of in-game shit is that? Both of them pregnant at the same time. And now
That's
something
kind of
they get-
weird and creepy
mad.
and
That's
cool
some
at the
Marvel
same
shit.
time.
nigga said that's
That's
some
some
Marvel
That's some
shit.
Avengers
Well,
shit.
that's some shit like you just can't like. You
So let me
can't
ask you guys a
make up
question. All right. Do you agree that the Bellas should be in the Hall of Fame?
at all.
Yes.
The Hall of Fame is really
Okay.
good.
They've-
You said yes,
They've
right?
done their part.
And you gave your reason, right? Now, Brian, why do you think they should
I
not?
don't think they put in enough work to be in the
Okay.
Hall of Fame because you have to. What notable matches have they put in that is like, all right, I'm up there with the great of the great.
Even that, even
what
that tag match
they've
they
had
had,
a-
Mania
they've had
was
a match
whack.
with they've
And
had
that's what's-
matches
that's
with each
messed
other.
up.
I mean, it's
They've
not.
had matches with Charlotte.
I think it's not even just notable. Like, also too, you got to remember with Evolution being the first all-female pay-per-view, Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey was the first was the
Okay,
main
I give you
event.
that.
You have that. You have her
Brie
being
Bella
the
versus-
longest reigning Divas champion. So like they have some accolades that I mean, whether you
had a
you
boss
like
with that
it or
reign.
like it or not.
No, nothing wrong
I
with that
definitely
reign.
think that 10 years in the game should be recognized. Now there of course could be other people you would want to be inducted before them, and that's just once again us as wrestling fans wanting what we want and
Okay.
don't get it. But I think they due diligence. I do think they do deserve a place into the Hall of Fame. I mean, I would be surprised that it is now. Like honestly speaking, I'm trying to figure out how Molly Holly still ain't in it. That's just me here and
Okay,
there.
fine. Now,
Like-
Mosley, why you think that they should be in the Hall of Fame?
Why think I wait? Say that again?
Shouldn't.
Oh, I ain't got no reason. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm half and half. I'm being quite honest with you. I'm half and half with it. I don't think they should be a part of the Hall of Fame because one, what he just said, but why I think they should. I hate saying this shit. Look at Total Divas.
They definitely
I
put
agree.
WWE in the
Like,
reality era. Period.
yeah, especially when a time when WWE needed a change and a whole
Ooh, I
lot.
can't wait till Total Bellas come back
Oh,
on.
I'm
now.
telling you.
I'm so sorry.
This is exactly why I didn't want to say it.
No, it's first of all,
watched that.
They
It's-
teased us. They teased us with
they
that
teased-
preview.
Yeah, that preview. I
And
was
they said
like,
not
yo,
till April.
Daniel. I was like, Daniel and what's her face and
Go.
Brie battling. What?
What?
What are they battling over? Plant-based food? What do you mean?
I mean, okay. For a standpoint of
Can you roll
from
up
the
in
wrestling
the-
side of them being in the Hall of Fame, no. But as far as the entertainment side,
Yeah, that's-
yes.
But even in the wrestling,
But in the
aspect,
wrestling,
they've
you
done,
had
they've
the
entertained-
longest
What?
reigning.
Let me ask you.
You
okay,
had
fine,
the
okay,
longest
bump
reigning
that. Okay,
Divas
fine.
champion.
All right,
Nikki,
fine. All right,
Nikki
fine.
Bella's heel
All right,
turn when
fine.
she turned on
All right,
Brie
fine.
On her
on
own
the steps
sister.
of the
Okay,
man.
whoa. Let me
They
get-
scream
all right.
too much.
All right, fine.
come on.
Now you want to get like so.
I'm gonna wait
So
till
you
you
think
done before I say
that
this.
they
I'm
need
gonna
to
go to
be
what you
in
just
there
said.
for the wrestling, right? Also for the wrestling, right? I gotta disagree with you. For one, her reign was trash.
Regardless of her reign was trash or not,
please let me
they
please let me say-
they've
please let me
have
talk my
a
shit.
list of
I'm
Let me talk
sorry.
my shit.
Anybody over
All right.
250 days, your reign, AJ Styles' reign got trashed towards the end too.
But whoa,
I need everyone to keep the same energy.
Go ahead.
I need everyone to keep the
I
same
think it's
energy.
racist.
I am-
Let me ask you a question.
Just
Why you
saying.
think that you say you want to take this? Go ahead.
Why
Tag.
is it okay? First things first. Let's see. After what was it? WrestleMania. What was it? After WrestleMania, she did not defend that goddamn championship until what? SummerSlam or
Yeah.
what? Night of Champions.
True.
That's number one.
Brock ain't
number
defended
two,
the title all year.
No, we're not talking about Brock.
I
We're not,
fucks with Brock, though, heavy.
We're not talking about Brock right now. We'll get to
True.
Brock another time because I
Right.
ain't really take a drink. So not right now with Brock.
I love me some Brock though.
Anyway.
Athletic wise, you have to give him his respect. Business wise, he had WWE in the
He's-
grasp with their hands.
But let me
That's
finish.
great. That's what a business
That's
person
great.
you're supposed
But that's
to do.
great
Bad
enough.
for the business is good for his business.
Okay, check this
Correct.
out. Great businessman and all, but
Again.
fuck Brock right now. Anyway, to what you say about AJ Styles' reign,
I'm just saying.
I can recall AJ defending that shit back and forth everywhere.
Listen, but you
he
could
gave
know.
everybody
There's
the
one
smoke.
thing. Listen, I'm never gonna deny AJ defending, but the defenses does it have any meaning to them?
Okay.
He
Then-
beat
okay,
over.
Did the
no,
storylines
okay, no,
mean
no.
anything?
Okay,
No.
you know
You
what?
know what I mean?
Okay,
He
you know,
beat
that makes sense.
He beat
So-
Nakamura until he was relevant no more.
Okay, so you know what?
But I will think AJ for turning Nakamura heel. That was probably the best
was
thing
Yeah, it was.
that came out of that entire
I got
thing.
another
I think they could have did that and still gave Nakamura
So,
the belt.
question: how do you feel about Kofi's reign? I know this old and shit, but I'm
Kofi,
asking.
no, Kofi's reign because it's Black History Month and we always gonna acknowledge our Black champions.
All right,
I'm gonna be
Talk about it.
real. I'm gonna be probably biased as fuck, but I'm gonna be real. As the beginning of it, I think him with he faced Joe.
His first
He
feud was with
faced,
Ziggler.
Like
Ziggler,
Ziggler,
yeah.
like he had certain people that had the right chemistry.
But the match.
However, I just think it's the same syndrome that Becky Lynch is going through right now, where fans are just like, "What's next?"
I mean, overall,
So
He
I
gave
think
us
towards,
was- he gave
and
us
I think
great
towards
finishes
the
for every
and I
match.
think towards the end we were just all like, well, not we all. I mean, Kofi could have been champion for 365 days, and I really wouldn't have gave a shit about title reigns or any of that shit. I'd have been like, well, my champion's Black 365 days.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, fucking well, deal with it.
Exactly.
But a lot of people, once again, have the whole riff of how he lost it. I take it as like, listen, when you a kid and you scraped your knee and you had that Band-Aid and you need to take that Band-Aid off and the Band-Aid was fucking Brock Lesnar, you just ripped the shit off. Let's move on.
I mean,
that's
I
what
see it this
happened.
way.
And I would have preferred, and I actually preferred that than seeing Brock demolished him in a way which would have diminished his whole character. And then fast forward to the Royal Rumble where everything kind of came full circle. If you
moment.
really looked at it in that way, where you had Ray, Braun, and
Biggie.
and Kofi in the ring battling against Brock at the same time. It culminated all of their feuds at that entire year.
okay.
So long story short, I mean, towards the end, it outwelcome its, it allows its welcome,
Okay.
and it's okay. It happens.
I'm gonna put.
it was a great. I'm sorry.
And I was there.
It was. I'm sorry. That shit was a great reign. Kofi had a great reign. I don't see why people like say the bullshit like, oh, that reign was.
I guess
Everybody
am
has their
I-
own opinion.
I think people
Yeah,
say
I
that
know
because
that
of the
shit,
people
yeah.
that they put him against. Like they put him against. Dolph.
It was a bunch of repeats,
Like,
but it was
a bunch of
a
mid-card
part.
feud.
It was a part, right? And that's why everybody kept looking at Kofi as the mid-card
Mid-card,
guy.
yes. Okay.
But the thing is that SmackDown, that's all they had. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucking Roman wasn't on TV
but
yet,
here's the
really
thing.
rocking and popping on.
But here's the thing.
Oh no, we gotta talk about him.
But like,
No, we don't.
Oh, we
like-
don't. Cool.
But like, here's the thing. How I feel about the whole Kofi reign. It wasn't.
Coffee reign.
Dang. I'll be
Yo,
mad.
let him
tired,
rock.
yo.
Right.
Let's name this episode.
But listen,
Coffee reign.
Reason
No, I think
why.
we've already done that.
Right. Reason why that I feel like his reign wasn't the greatest is the match quality. Like,
That match with
That's
Joe.
the part that I like.
Yeah,
like,
that
the
match with Joe. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, but it wasn't like it was mad. Like, okay, I guess like him versus Dolphin in a steel cage match. And
The way he won
Let me
it?
finish. Let
Go,
me finish.
let him
Let me
finish, 'cause-
finish. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish. Everything wasn't. It was mad boring up until the finish. He jumped over him and went through the cage. His finishes were great, but building up to the finish, it wasn't.
And mind you,
And
they got him in there with people that can work, and they're
exactly,
not letting them work.
Exactly. They limit him. So now when you're watching this stuff, you're looking like, I guess he has other than his finishes, name one match you can say that it stand out to you the most. You can't.
When he won
and
it.
now and now this ties into
Yeah.
the Bellas, right?
If who's about Kofi?
Yeah. There's no really like match you can say that go watch this whole match. You can't.
Nah, the
Well,
match with him
well,
and Joe.
Joe,
I'm sorry.
that-
That
I'm right with
match.
you.
I
right
would
with
go
you.
back
And
and
also-
Paper, it
also-
sounds great, but what really happened?
Exactly.
Wait, time off. It's like, let me say this.
Oh no. The storyline build up to it's great.
It is the 1 year anniversary of this night of when he ran that gauntlet, which was the birth of Kofi Mania.
But
so,
it wasn't okay. Him winning the title, none of that. The storylines around his feuds were good, but the matches were okay, except for the ending.
Okay,
and this
but he's
ties
not the first
into,
person to
but-
have
right,
okay
but
title
How
right,
could they
matches.
make it different?
right.
Brock.
Right, but this all goes. Let me.
Oh, no.
But let me
please.
finish.
He's my role model, so.
But let me all tie it into the Bellas
Okay, and then we're gonna move on.
and how they became to the Hall of Fame. The in ring, there's nothing that stand out to them at all. Oh wow, she had a feud with her sister. Okay, she had a feud with Stephanie. That was okay, but
Nah,
one
that
of those
was
matches-
more than okay.
A feud with her
enjoyed
sister.
that.
You,
Yeah,
A feud with the COO.
Nikki-
again.
I like
I
that,
know what you're talking
But
about. That's
no,
why
let me finish.
I don't call that a feud.
Again, it's this. It was okay. It was a good feud, but like Stephanie went over. Made no sense.
Well,
No, it made complete sense.
yeah, it did. How many times?
Okay,
Stephanie stirred some
whoa.
shit?
Whoa. So you're saying this? Somebody who don't wrestle at all, who doesn't wrestle for
She
months
does
and years.
wrestle.
Let me finish. Stephanie. When's the last time Stephanie wrestled? Before that, the last time she wrestled was against her pops.
But it doesn't
No,
matter.
let me finish.
But
Let me
does she
finish.
not train?
Let me
How do you
finish.
know she doesn't train though?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It's like saying this way. I'm over here, right? And I'm over here boxing. I get trained, right? But yet, Floyd Mayweather. I'm supposed to beat Floyd out here? No. Floyd does this. Floyd is a professional boxer.
But as
Whoa,
you were
whoa,
saying,
we're gonna go into my-
as you were saying, she apparently doesn't do this. So it actually wouldn't have mattered if she trained for her or
Again,
not.
you're missing the point. Dude,
The point is
Let
that
me
you
finish.
don't believe that they had
But
that
let
they
me
had
finish.
good in ring ability
but
or
let me
good in ring
finish.
matches.
But no,
That's
no,
what you said.
No. I never said anything about the in-ring ability.
Okay, so-
I never said that.
Okay,
I
so
said
what did you
that
say?
there's no memorable moments with them in the ring. There's nothing.
But memorable moments doesn't always mean.
Yes, you do. Like, for
that-
example.
What
for
moment they gonna
example,
talk about when they go to Hall of Fame? They twins. They brought.
What are we
reality
talking
TV.
about there? When
What
they
else?
first got introduced,
Long-
there was
long-
eye candy. They both was there on diet.
Longest reigning women, Divas champion. What else?
During the era when like the match was like 5 minutes? Not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes?
When it was barely competition.
Then again, okay, it's kind of like fine. It's kind of like Barry Bonds and his Hall of Fame record. It's going to be accurate when it comes to in-ring work. There's going to be now because there's nothing memorable about none of her matches. Nothing. Yes, if you want to introduce her as far as how she ushering the whole divas on television and stuff like that to expand upon them on television,
Yeah.
yes. But that always been some kind of foundation before that. China, posed for Playboy, stable. So there's always was a crossover with the women in WWE. She just made it, all right, we're going to put them on television to have its own shows to like give them the insight for these women. Overall, should she be in the Hall of Fame for what she have done for overall work? Yes. But as far as in-ring, what package are they going to show? What highlight package are going to show her matches? Nothing. You're not going to show no highlight matches?
They better mention AJ Lee in that package. That's all I know.
Probably not, because everybody is basically in control of all the history of a narrative of wrestling. Look, like I'm looking at Chris Benoit. He doesn't exist in WWE.
Okay, we're not talking about.
He definitely does. I watched the other night on
gonna talk about
WCW on the
Benoit.
network. But last but not least, for the rumor of this week, as we said in the beginning of the episode, WrestleMania season is upon us, and a report from WrestleZone said that there may be an apparent match of AJ Styles versus The Undertaker happening at WrestleMania, along with at WrestleVotes tweeted, I think either today or yesterday, about there's some smoke going around between Cena, Goldberg, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns and their Mania placements. Nothing definite, but they could all be tied together. So one thing that could happen, you can have, what I think everyone thinks is going to happen is Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title. You can
Thank you
either
for calling it
have.
the right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can either have Cena versus Goldberg, or you can
fine with
have Wyatt versus Cena. Which sign me up for that.
Yeah,
The
it's
promos
all
alone,
together. Exactly.
The promos
Storyline that comes
that
full
lead
circle
up
for
would
him.
be stupid.
That's full.
To hell with anyone else but you, Roman. We need Bray
So
and
you
Cena to
have Bray
fight.
and Cena, and then or you can have Reigns versus Goldberg, which actually
Spear versus
That would
Spear.
be great.
that actually might not be as
I
bad.
feel like they were gonna build that up when Goldberg first came back.
But then
I thought
Yeah, then he-
so too.
then he concocted himself, and then that
if
was
they
that.
do that, the next question is, does that mean they taking a strap off
A Bray
at
at
Super
Super
Showdown?
Showdown?
Fuck yes.
Which is why a
Better
lot of
not.
you know what, and it's so funny. Someone else someone else told me, like I think last week, someone was like, "Oh, hot take,
Talk about some William Goldberg.
fucking Goldberg's gonna take the title from Bray at Saudi," and I was just like,
I want that to happen, but I want that to be
Why
a
the
I say
like
why
a
would
good,
you do
lengthy
that?
match.
I
Will
say
that
no.
take away from the Fiend character though?
I don't think it'll
No.
take away, but I don't.
Why?
Because Goldberg has been proved dominant time and time
Besides
again.
concussing himself. Yeah,
If I see a-
super dominant
I
on
swear
that.
if I
Yeah,
s-
but when during his long reign, who really took him down?
Nobody, because he guess what happened? And
took himself out.
I'm gonna tear your little ass up. Half or 3/4 of Goldberg's fucking streak was a whole bunch of jobbers. Believe it or not.
Yep.
So at the end of the
But
day,
he did the
wasn't,
squash match
and
job.
then he lost the title in the most outrageous way of being fucking
To a-
electrocuted.
to a
To
drunk
fucking
man,
Kevin
Nash.
Nash.
To a-
He was the head
So
booker.
bad.
So you
To
make your
Kevin
no.
Nash.
You make, no. I'm about to end this right now. The fact that you said that because it's Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash booked that ending. Your man's did that.
No,
Your
but
man's ruined his streak.
I never said, but I'm not.
So
I never said
if you want to
anything
talk about,
that.
oh, he lost because of that, your man's booked
But
that.
I never.
He was
I'm
the head
just stating
booker.
the facts. Like
Come
I'm not
on,
sitting
but
here
don't
saying
stay
like,
in the way
oh
that-
my god, that's terrible. No,
But
the
don't you-
fucking electrocution of him was the
who
worst
was
thing
the
you
fault
could
of
have
that?
did.
It was Nash.
And then on top, but then let me take it a step further. When fucking Hogan didn't want a fucking job with Jeff Jarrett on
on.
fucking Nitro.
Come on.
But I'm not negating it. I'm just stating facts. Like, why you coming at me for being like, listen, this is what it is. Like, this is my job. I'm supposed to know shit. And I'm just telling you what it is.
The one thing I really liked about Goldberg is, as a kid, I looked up to him. Like the way they packaged his character, the music, the way his entries
bad
came
for you.
out,
Come on,
and the
man.
way his matches came
I feel
out.
bad for you.
It was
I didn't grow up watching no
amazing.
You
Goldberg.
like
Gilbert?
I didn't grow up watching
Yes.
no Goldberg.
That
grew up
Jack
watching
Hammer
it.
finish
No, you-
is something you can't replicate
Sting.
anywhere. The heat that he got,
Lord.
where all the fans are throwing garbage in the ring, you can't replicate that. You can't have that
Well,
today.
you can't throw garbage in the ring no more. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's not okay. Not okay. But out of these kind of like possible matches, which one would you be besides Cena versus Bray? Because I think all of
All
us
of
at the
them.
table.
Bray versus Reigns.
Fatal 4-way.
Bray's
I
better not
don't
lose
wanna-
that championship.
Hell no.
Come on, don't do that.
So they can all carry Goldberg's little ass
Exactly.
on the match? No.
Wait, you said fatal four-way?
four-way.
Hell no.
No more.
Yo, hold on. Get
your 2K ass out of here.
Let me call this out right now. Obviously, we know that fatal four-ways don't work at WrestleMania.
No, of course.
Go back
but
20
it's
years ago.
Interesting to see how their minds
they're
are
not
going
that
to work
bad,
together.
but
to
I don't
play.
You know what it's gonna be?
Fatal
Them
four-ways. I don't
carrying
like fatal
Goldberg.
four-ways, though.
Storytelling
They're gonna
wise,
carry Goldberg.
storytelling wise, that
Match.
match was perfect, but they fucked it up with those McMahons.
But the McMahons is the only reason we
Yeah,
need to watch what
yeah,
you're watching right now. So
yeah,
you
I
gotta
know.
put some respect on their name.
Everybody except for Linda.
Don't do Linda McMahon like
She's
that.
in
Even
the
though
cabinet.
even though she's a Republican and it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
It's
exactly.
okay.
Her man just Trump, so no.
I mean, no,
Exactly.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
that's not cool. But anyway, I wanted to kind of do this kind of cool segment, since we are in the Valentine's Day spirit, where we're gonna do lovers and friends turn enemies. So we're gonna just do one round robin around the table, and we're gonna name a feud that started off as them being friends, like the best of friends, like lovers.
How come my name's on this?
And then we're gonna talk about how it turned from friends and lovers to straight up enemies. And you cannot use HBK and Marty Jannetty. They are not qualified because everyone knows that is one of the top ones. So you can't use Marty and HBK.
When I
Okay?
do Festival of Friendship.
That was on my mind too, because that heel
Then
turn,
talk about it, nigga. Because it's doing individually.
it was. You could tell the way they booked that together. Jericho was getting his paper because they were all short-term contracts.
The Red Wedding.
The right wedding.
I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones.
No, I did not.
I don't.
Lost.
The
Do
comedic
not. We
nerds,
packaging
too.
between those two, because everybody knows Kevin Owens is gold on the mic. He can make anybody laugh. Just him being an asshole.
So those that are listening, Brian is talking about Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, where they were the best of friends, turn enemies.
I miss my list. Just think about this shit.
And the list, the legendary
The
list.
legendary list.
So who's next?
We got the lexicon.
All right, so we have
Dang.
once again Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
You got Nick.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, I should have
damn.
disqualified that
When
one.
he
came-
When he
Damn,
came back,
Good one.
that was a good one. That
was-
led all the way
Oh,
up to
I already know what
HBK
to say
winning
the first
to
elimination.
Big
the
Shout
first
out
election,
to
which
Big.
I was at.
Oh,
That was my
wow.
first WWE pay per view.
All right.
That's dope.
I know. I
That
got
is
to the
dope.
Elimination Chamber for the very first time under Eric Bischoff. So.
Oh, I got another one.
Ooh, my first pay-per-view was Royal Rumble 2000.
Oh, no, nice. The fuck? I've never been to a Rumble, so I envy that.
Shit.
Shit,
Shit.
That was my first one. I just started watching wrestling. So
My
it was
first
like-
pay-per-view was the first ever takeover they did in Brooklyn.
Yeah, shout out
yeah,
to
I remember
the.
that.
Same here.
Yeah, I was there
I had
too.
nosebleeds.
Me too.
I was actually on the
That was me
side
banging on the
where
wall.
I was on the side where Sasha Banks came out in the car.
Wow.
We were right. We were that close to that side of the ramp.
That's dope.
All right. So who is your feud?
I got got to carry on to what he said because he said Triple H is Shawn. I got to carry on to Triple H and everyone in Evolution.
Oh, I thought you was.
It was a really good build.
You really have to
Those
look
are
at that
really
shit.
good
You
build-up
build up
storylines.
everyone, and they all lived up to expectations,
And
but
he
yet
put
you
him
still,
over.
and
You're
you-
welcome.
put him
and yet you
over.
still kill
all
him. Like
over.
He
And
did
the world
not.
heavyweight belt got passed around.
he only put Batista over. He didn't put Randy or Rick over.
Randy became champion after that.
He kissed his wife while he was handcuffed. And
That's
that was
after-
the most
that's-
that was
viewed
way
video
after
all-
though.
that was
That
way
was
after.
way after though.
But that
Because
has
like
the
you gotta look at the
biggest
stretch from
views
04
on
to 09. Triple H did not put Randy over.
Nah, he was selfish.
I say Undertaker put Randy over before Triple H
I
did.
better not disrespect Trips like this on this table.
What?
Anyway,
We go through this every week.
He's
we
my
gotta say
favorite. I
everything.
have his autograph.
I met him in person. Fabulous. Him and Stephanie.
And he met Undertaker too, but we're gonna get to
Yup,
that later
I
on
said
too.
definitely met Taker too.
I would say Undertaker turned on his brother,
And
but
I
that's
plan
sibling
on
shit
and I
for
plan
real.
on meeting Jericho in Tampa.
Hey.
Mr. Black.
You can FaceTime me.
What
when
is
you do that?
yeah,
Please do.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Mr. Black, what is one feud of friends that became enemies?
Mickey James versus Trish Stratus.
Oh.
Like,
Mickey James versus John Cena. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my choice. That's not mine. That's not mine. I promise.
Well, we also
Oh, no, you didn't
WWE.
for that.
We should have did James Storms and Robert Roode. And
Oh, that was a really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That was a really good
That
one.
was.
As soon as that's when
That was
that's when
something
he
worth
got-
a year.
That's
That
when
was
he
something
got
worth
his.
a year.
That's when he
Oh,
got the
that
world
was
title.
a really good one. Damn, that was a good one though.
Now you got me
I
thinking
like
about
that.
Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles
My,
now.
well,
And-
AJ
and
Styles
Bully-
versus anybody. It really Impact.
and Bully Ray. Okay, I'm not
Oh,
talking about.
okay. I got
no
two.
more.
I didn't like that food.
I got two. Because you mentioned Impact. Fucking Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle, because that was real.
There was really
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were friends. And it's like, ooh, nigga, how you married my wife?
I know Triple H was I know Triple H was laughing. And then they said, "Ha,
It was.
Miles was storytelling. Yours is real."
Fucked up.
man.
And then my second one is, of course, the Mega Powers. It would be Terry and Macho.
all right.
That's the
Someone
real goat.
said Matt Hardy versus Lita. Shout out to Doug. Shout out to myself, Dwayne. Macho Man. Someone said, shout out to Big Cuz. Someone said,
Big
Y2J and Trish.
Yeah, that Rumble when she kissed Christian.
that was WrestleMania 20.
Oh, there you go.
I was there too.
Someone
Oh,
said
nice.
Goldust and
Hey,
Melina.
Godfather went to WLS. I was
You said Goldust and who?
Goldust and Melina.
Do you mean Luna?
Yeah.
I said Melina. I was about to say that's
Melina.
that's Eminem.
Woo.
If you gonna say Melina, I'm about to say where's Batista?
Someone says Stable and Mark Merrill.
They were married.
Someone said someone
That's their
said
problems.
Right. someone
That's not
said-
even friends. Well, that's
right.
lovers, but yeah.
Someone said DIY. Someone said
Yeah,
Kane and
that's a
X
good
Pac.
one.
If he can say
Kane and Taker.
Kanan.
Right.
Right.
That's
The Bullet
sibling
Club and
shit,
AJ.
Who just
Oh, Bullet
yeah.
Club
Yeah.
and AJ, yeah.
Like,
Bullet Club and
AJ.
anybody
Shout out to
that
myself,
he-
Mont Easy. Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Oh,
got feeling somebody's missing.
good evening.
Somebody important is missing. Well, we could say Matt and Jeff, even though they're brothers.
Oh, they're brothers.
Well, that's why I
That's
said
given.
Edge and Christian.
You said Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah, you're right.
Same
my bad.
shit.
My bad.
Mhm.
Edge and Christian. I actually, but it gave. I feel like with certain of those scenarios, if they didn't break up, they really want to have the single runs.
We
that
are
they
crazy.
had.
Oh, the
I'm
Dudley
sorry,
Boys
guys.
and Spike.
No, talking about we are crazy. Well, how did
fucked
no,
him up.
talking about how did we forget one important rivalry? Eddie and Rey Mysterio.
It was on the tip of my. I was trying to
Damn.
remember. Mind you, I just watched the special.
Wait,
the other
Eddie
The
day.
was-
shit on the network, if you
Yeah.
have not watched,
Facts, it's good, it's good,
so
it's good.
good.
That's what they did. Nice documentary series.
Because what Eddie was
Oh,
a
and then
fucking
when Ray was
heel.
talking about that was the first time he went to the gravesite when they was in Phoenix for the
That's the
Royal
first time
Rumble
he went?
last year.
He
He
went to the
said, yeah, he
gravesite.
went to the gravesite because Eddie's buried in Arizona, and that was his first time that he went to the gravesite.
From Arizona?
No, he just got buried in Arizona. That's probably where he was living at the time. But yeah, he was buried. So when Royal Rumble was in Phoenix, Arizona last year, he went to go visit, and he did the documentary because it's a part of that episode, and they recorded him going
I seen it.
to the gravesite. He was talking about it, and I was just like, why you
Damn,
do that? Like,
Chavo and Ray.
oh,
Ray
they
won the
cousins.
title.
Yeah, that's some cousin shit.
That's
Yeah,
some typical
it's-
cousin shit.
It's more like Eddie and Ray was real.
They were
two and
friends.
down. That's
And the fact
that's
that-
me taking a knife right now going
Batista
here.
and Ray.
You said what?
Batista and Ray.
Oh,
You were my friend.
That's when
That was
Drax.
Batista
That's,
on his
that's,
way
that's
out.
when he was like, you know what? I think I could be Drax from Guardians of the
that was
Galaxy.
when
I
Batista
could-
was on his way out.
Yeah, multiple
ain't give a
times.
fuck no more.
Get zero fucks. Real quick,
So we're
this
not gonna say
weekend
Randy and
rest-
Edge.
Wait, who?
So we're not gonna say Randy and Edge.
No,
That's
no,
too
'cause-
soon.
Did they have a
Too soon.
proper?
No,
That's
we
too
not
fresh.
gonna.
That's
If they
too fresh.
redo that
I
again,
know.
we not
they
gonna
go
do
full
that.
Someone said leader than Matt. I was like, wow.
Okay, Matt and Edge.
Yeah.
Happy now.
Nah, but when she called, I never forget when she
Someone
called.
said Big Cass and Enzo.
But then they made up, so don't
Yeah.
count.
They don't count.
They made up, so that don't
Now
count.
they want to go to Japan.
There you go.
They got death sentence.
Vicky and Edge.
Oh.
Oh, that's
fuck-
lovers. Yeah, turn enemies. Yo, she fucked him all the way up.
She said, "Oh, you want to play?
All
Undertaker,
right.
Hell in a
Yup.
Cell."
Boom.
Of course,
Damn.
Sami Zayn and Owens.
Yes.
How we not-
Generic
That
and
made
Steen.
history. They did
Yes.
that on every promotion they were on.
Which
No,
is
they
pretty.
didn't.
No,
They
yes,
didn't.
yeah, they kind of
First
did.
one.
They did it PWG.
El
they did it-
Jericho and Sami Zayn had two different people.
Here we go.
El Jericho
And here we go.
retired
No.
and he went to
Here
go
we
start an
go
orphanage
again.
with the
This is
kids.
the shit that we talk about.
Because
It's the same people.
because Sami Zayn is cheap rip off of El Generico. When you think about it,
Exactly. So,
Whatever.
Yeah, El
Anyway.
Generico retired. He's an
Sami
orphanage.
Zayn is the Martin Prince of WWE.
No one cares. So once
Shout out to
again,
Danielle for True Hills.
real quick, not True Hills. She's from Pretty Hills.
Pretty Hill,
She
sorry.
Pretty
sorry.
Hill.
sorry.
She
Sorry.
Pretty Hill.
Sorry. Say hi again to the people.
Me and Danny gonna go see the photograph after this, so that's why
Lesbians.
she's here. How the fuck are we?
Oh, damn it.
Now, if I said you over here sucking dick, would I be wrong?
Oh my God.
Okay. Now, two friends can go to the movies together without being lesbians.
You saw that coming.
And did you see that coming?
No, because that was necessary. That was necessary.
No pun intended.
That
That
was
wasn't
necessary.
necessary. Like, you supposed to promote black sisters coming together, going out together. And you just sitting here like lesbians.
We talk about the big L.
Yeah, see, it's half and half.
the huge L.
I
Like,
ain't talking about no lesbians.
Like,
I'm
I'm not
talking
out
about
here-
love.
Hold on. Yo, Black. Don't you go movies by yourself, though?
Yo,
I
that's
do
not
all
the
the
point,
time.
dude.
I do
That's not
often.
the thing.
I
So
did.
often.
I did.
That's a thing.
I
That's
do
a
that
thing.
sometimes.
often.
I went to go. The last movie I saw by myself was Ip Man 4.
It was in theaters?
Oh yeah, just cause.
Oh,
just cause
someone
in
said.
Chinese.
Someone
don't-
said. Janelle and Black. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Whoever said that was actually really cute. But now, we're on really good terms.
We gotta debut some videos,
What
for
video? What?
July 4th.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that sounded real sus. Real quick before we
nasty.
end the show, you're nasty because you started off saying lesbians. So that's you.
That's the
This week in wrestling, which is what we do every week. Everyone will go around, say two things
Yeah,
that
two
stuck
things.
out to you the most. Keep it to two things, and then we're gonna get to our NXT predictions before we do sign off.
Gotcha, William.
I will start off with the baby of the group.
Predictions for.
You know,
Your
this little
moments
nigga
of the
over
week.
here being a whole milf.
Moments
a
of the
whole
week,
milk.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
another one. Someone said Tess versus Stephanie.
She got the face like, impressive.
Because it actually is impressive. But all right, Ryan, two things, doesn't matter which show, two things that stuck out to you the most this week in wrestling.
What's up on
Santana's promo.
Oh my God!
That shit almost made me cry. I almost cried. I'm like,
dude.
damn, that shit was
Dang,
real.
I felt blind after that beat. Dang, powerful.
Heard you, Daredevil.
And
Now that meme makes sense to me.
All right, so we got Santana's promo. And then
I'm sorry for laughing. Now that beat makes sense.
and Jeff
to me.
Cobb coming out.
Jeff Cobb coming
Okay.
up. All right.
Okay.
My guru.
Nick Cannon. No, it feels great that I'm not being called that for
Wildin'. Yo, that shit is mad funny.
My the Velveteen Dream violating Roddy.
Yo, he's out here
He can't
playing
respect.
Claiming
the
kids on
craziest
child
mind
support.
games. Oh shit! Because if they put this little child on a stick match, I'm gonna lose it.
Velveteen Dream is on some little fish shit. That's all I got to say.
Dream out here playing. He
So what's
better,
next?
he better start claiming them on his taxes.
Claiming them.
Shit, it's tax season.
Yeah.
All right, and then the second one.
No disrespect, Roddy.
I'm gonna say NWA. Watching my crush Marty Bell on TV. So
Shout outs to our family. Tasha Steele, she was on this week's
she
NWA
actually was.
episode
Facts.
against Melina.
Melina. Latinos going at it.
So
My second favorite.
yes, Sazon and Los Campoyas together.
mad
Spicy.
Mad Papalios.
But I did
Something flavor.
Mad Papalios.
mad,
Probably
mad
smell like
hard.
you
What?
Let me not stop saying for time to beat me up.
Don't even ask. I don't ask questions anymore, so neither should
Someone's calling
you.
you.
I know it doesn't matter. We're here.
Okay, now I see why we're close though.
All right. Last one,
Same
well, not
shit.
last one of these, but two things
Yo,
that
my
stuck out
EZ
this
call
week.
you Miss Cleo.
Call me now.
What you say? What you say? We gotta get together.
What's that? I got the interview with Goldberg and
When he called him
William.
William,
this nigga perfect like this.
William.
Reporting, William Goldberg now is your challenge. I'm like, and not y'all. Oh my god!
died.
And I need that drink so bad that I dropped that shit. Damn you, Bray.
Died.
And
All right.
Randy doing what he did to Matt Hardy.
Okay.
Bye bye, Matt.
Okay.
Next.
Black.
Me, I have to say two things.
That's the only
Two
thing you
things.
get is two things.
You know,
You don't get
the
three
Miz and John Morris with the dirt.
How did I know?
I love it. I
You
love
love
it.
it.
You know,
He's
my
a
guy.
huge
Even though they
John
did
Morrison
my
fan.
man Bruce Lee cameo dirty.
Right, but
But it's
still
all
good.
right, but it was
Still
good.
And my second favorite, dang man, since it's both women, I gotta go with two the combo. My son, Shayna Blazer being vampire out here.
She was
What
Morbius.
in the blade is going on
biting tricks.
Raw?
Biting tricks.
Why is that not
You
a
know,
sound?
then after that, Becky Lynch drive herself to the hospital, which that was stupid. By
No,
the
that
way.
was stupid. And then she drove herself back. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
why did you
Like,
do that?
yeah.
They said she was
why?
on her Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, right.
Mission,
Right, like-
mission cleared.
Bitch had 4
$5,000.
stars and ended up getting them down
Right,
to 1
right.
and came back
And
to
I'm
the
looking at
arena.
like-
What?
All right.
That was dumb.
I guess WWE. No. She didn't go to the hospital. She went to a medical center. You know,
Local medical facility.
She went to the Clickers corner. She went to the.
She went around the
She just
corner.
went to the
She went to
training room.
urgent
She
care.
went around the corner.
City empty facts.
Yep.
She looked for
Facts.
the only person that could heal her is
and
the
the
Messiah.
second half is for me is shout out to Nyla Rose defeating Rio. You know, we finally get a world women's champion. You know, and I don't hear y'all niggas jokes say that she's a transgender. Shut up. I don't want to hear y'all niggas.
What's the
That
joke?
ass. There's
There's
no
no
joke.
joke.
There is no
Exactly.
joke.
There's no joke.
Exactly. That's why
You know how
I don't
people-
get
that's
that.
history.
yo,
People ignorant.
Yeah. Like people like
People kick out his shoe.
Yo, I be reading it sometimes. People be saying about her. People be chilling. Next thing you know, you think Nyla is cute, you gay. I'm looking like, I guess.
They be
Yo,
wildin'. It was a big week too
go
because
in this group
she won the
chat.
title and then RuPaul hosted SNL. I watch SNL, so
Oh, that's dope. I may have to watch
RuPaul
that
hosted
episode.
SNL
Because,
this,
you know, I only
for
watch
Saturday.
it when people
Fun
really
fact
not like
alert.
is on that shit.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
that. I didn't know that
Like Eddie Murphy shit.
RuPaul was a
Right,
man.
that's the
That's
Like 10
hard.
Wait, you
That
didn't
was
know?
probably me
You
too.
didn't know what?
Not
RuPaul
gonna
was
lie
a
to
man
you.
like 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Her makeup is on point.
Yeah,
My 2 this
What
week
that sauce for?
would definitely have to be let's see. Damn, kind of took mine. The Shayna Baszler thing really
Tough
got
to
me
She was hungry.
because of the fact that you just didn't see it coming.
Facts.
It was one of those things that you was just
Paul
like,
Heyman.
oh shit.
Then
The
they
body
tried-
part didn't see
they
coming.
tried to
Her
put
show,
some-
her popping up. I knew that was happening before Saudi Arabia was happening.
And they put some dumb logic behind it. Why she did the biting too? I
What, she
said,
was hungry?
The Freddie Blanchard guy. He did it back in the 50s.
shit
or
that
something
posted
like
on
that.
Twitter.
And I was like, we
shit that Sean
don't
posted.
We don't know that.
we don't know that.
But
Shouldn't
some
be
people do.
tested.
Some people do.
Now, see, technically, we did because
Freddie Blassie, I think his Freddie Blassie,
Classy
not
Freddie
Blanchard.
Yeah,
Blassie.
classy Freddie Blassie.
They say
Wait,
he's-
isn't that Tessa's pops?
Nah.
No, it's
no,
Tully.
that's Tully, baby.
Yeah, I remember
that's
that.
Tully.
The same day that happened, this was posted on our
What? Let me
shit.
see.
That's why I had to stop them when they was like, oh, they don't remember that. Sean posted this shit.
And then last but not least, shout out to Leo Rush becoming the new #1 contender for the cruiserweight title.
Again?
Why is
I
he
think
not
it's dope.
cruiserweight champion?
Well, because
Because
was
they
cruiserweight champion.
did
They playing hot potato with the cruiserweight
They did
championship?
it because Garza was hot, so they was like, we gonna put the strap on Garza.
well, what that ended up happening is then he ended up dropping it because they want to find a way to kind of get people to notice the NXT UK brand, which is a phenomenal brand. It's just unfortunate that it comes on 3:00 in the afternoon on
Everybody at work.
Thursdays.
Still on the clock.
Niggas is on work, so unless you got the
work.
network on mobile, that shit is difficult.
You'd be at work like,
But I
Hey, you're like, dang, all right.
I
I'm
like the
wrestling.
fact
Fuck
that
out.
I think the match with Leo and the guy that's the current cruiserweight
Devlin,
champion,
Jordan
yeah,
Devlin?
Oh, man, that
from
would
the
kill
UK,
me.
That's gonna be
it's gonna be
fire.
dope.
That finisher is fire. Definitely
so-
side slam.
I'm really excited. But then once again, shout out to Nyla Rose for winning the AEW Women's title. I think once again, people are gonna have their opinions, and whether you're ignorant, you're not ignorant, whatever the case might be. Once again, People live for this. This is their job. This is their dreams.
Right.
And her moment
Right.
happened this past week. And let her live her moment. Like, I
Right.
mean, whether you believe in it or not. I mean, once again, I've had conversations with people that wrestle. I've had conversations with people that don't wrestle. And everyone has an opinion. And in your own right, you are fair to that. But respect, at least what she brings to the table and what she can do for the company in terms of bringing
Facts.
more eyes and
to the
more
product,
viewers to
yep.
the product. Because once again, you have people that are casual viewers, and when they see things like that are game
Representation
changing
matters.
in all forms.
And you see, like,
In
for
all
instance,
forms.
like, for example, honestly, I'm gonna say this. I reach a point when it comes to wrestling, is entertainment in general. We live in an era where everybody will be represented on television. You understand? And back in the day, it was a lot of gatekeepers. Oh, you can't put this on television, blah, 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 this, that, a third. Now we live in a generation where, like, everybody could be who they want to be and truly be themselves. Like a guy like Patrick literally went from Patrick who had a lot of
Still
potential.
Patrick.
But no. I'm talking about how much he evolved as a person.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick literally just went from Jericho shouting him out. If you listen to his podcast, he said Patrick is the next up. Patrick took that motivation, actually shaped himself, and become Valentine. Cody Rhodes literally went from Stardust to basically being that nigga like, yo, I got this.
I
Take
didn't.
10
I,
lashes
understand?
for no fucking
10
reason.
I did
We're
like
not gonna talk
the
about
Stardust gimmick.
Alabama.
Right. But overall, though,
What's with the lashes?
He took that for us.
I'm gonna talk about it later.
In Alabama, in Huntsville.
Literally, I proclaim the year 2020 and every decade starting from now. This is a decade of creatives. This is a decade like we are literally outnumbered the baby boomers. That we could actually set like a real change in every field in every world.
Yep.
So shout out to the Nyla Rose. Shout out to like
Tessa.
the Kenny Omega. Shout out to the Tessas. People out there who really want to define this generation. And when we go back, when we have kids, when we 40s and 50s, we're going to look back and it's going to tell our kids that, yo, we was there when Kofi became the champion. We was there when Tessa became champion. We was there when Nyla Rose did it. We was there, I remember we was in Job of Tears. Remember that episode we talked about AEW? And now look at AEW now.
I was there when Punk returned.
Right. We all was there. So,
I don't know if you listened to the episode a few episodes ago.
No.
I had bumped into CM Punk in the airport.
You never told us that.
I did. When I went for War Games.
Oh,
I
yeah,
flew to
yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
for just War Games, and I flew back to New York.
This is the
And
fifth person to tell me
literally,
this.
I was in O'Hare going through the airport, and I literally went the wrong direction. That's how God works. Because I went the wrong direction I was supposed to actually go in, and me and Punk literally did one of these eye things, like, what up? And then I continued, and I said,
Is she tall?
oh, shit. Yeah, he's actually,
This
he's not like tall.
This is
but-
the fifth person to tell me this within a month.
Oh, really?
I'm starting to
He wants
get
his
it.
shot. He
I'm starting to
wants
get
his
it.
chance.
I'm starting
You know,
to get
it
it
don't
right now.
happen
A lot of y'all.
randomly.
We gotta meet.
It happened so like that happened so randomly. Like I was just like, oh shit, did I just see you? So
Was he
I
with
got
anybody?
so then my homegirl. No, he was by himself. He probably was coming back because he lives in Chicago.
No, 'cause I'm tight right
so
now.
he probably was
Seriously.
coming back from doing WWE backstage in LA. And I literally got in my homegirl's car and I was like, bitch, do you know I just saw CM Punk in the airport?
Oh, you did say hi to him.
Like that shit is crazy. We're gonna end up the episode with our NXT Takeover Portland predictions. Once again, this Sunday we are at Legends for our Takeover viewing party. So make sure to come out support. We got
there.
Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. Everyone just want to run round robin. Who do you got?
Balor.
Balor.
I got Balor.
She gonna go with Gargano.
She's like,
No,
wanna
I
break
don't
your
have to
heart.
because actually I don't like him like that. But I would say Gargano only if it means getting the demon in the next match. It's the only way I would want that.
Facts.
Who do you got? Finn or Gargano? This bum ass theme song and this white boring too.
I
gotta
don't even know
with,
that damn.
my son, Young Finney.
Finny. Anyway, we got a street fight: Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox, which I'm actually kind of. I just want them to make up and become to become women champion tag team champs.
No,
That's just me.
This
I
whole
like them fighting.
this whole that for
They
like another
spicy.
year.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, who y'all got? Nox or Dakota Kai?
I'm gonna go with Kai.
Okay.
Kai.
Oh, I got Kai.
Okay.
I see the video. Oh my god, I
She's
see.
fierce.
Nox
She's
or
showing it.
Kai? And her match with boring ass Candice
But
LeRae was dope
here's the
this
thing.
week
Though.
too.
Here's the thing. They're gonna pull some Gargano and Ciampa shit.
They already are.
No. I'm talking about.
18,000 times.
I'm
these
talking
bitches
about.
fought.
I'm not talking about the match.
telling you.
by the end of the match and shit, Tegan Knox, she's gonna pull something, and then next thing you
I
know-
like the fact that it is actually a street fight because you don't see too many females do that.
Thank you.
So
Shout out to Bada Club.
I actually
But
really
NXT
like
Shows
let
that
them-
they tough too.
I want to see more.
NXT.
I want to see more last
Facts.
woman standing matches.
Okay.
NXT
We
do
got
that.
the NXT. Will we see new tag champions? We have the NXT Tag Team Championship, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish of Undisputed Era versus the Broserweights. If you have not watched NXT this week and did not see the clips of these niggas getting on the move to Portland, Oregon,
Snuck on the plane.
snuck
On
on
the
Triple
plane.
H's private plane,
Of course,
it is
comedy,
by far.
comedy.
I love how
Comedy.
fucking Matt Riddle brings out the comedic side
And be dead
of
serious
Pete
too.
Dunne and dead
And
ass.
then the whole time, Pete Dunne has a straight face.
Straight face.
Like
That's-
I'm.
Yo, he
That's
doesn't crack a
basically-
smile. You
That
don't see no
tag team
smirk.
is this whole podcast. Because he doesn't smoke. Trell doesn't smoke.
Oh.
Everybody else does.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It'd be so awkward and just be outside just chilling with us, but it's cool though. We
See,
like
that's
that.
why I never
Yeah, we
be
try
outside
passes
because I be
like
like,
that.
Oh no, that's only in the winter. Summertime is a different story though.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes
a
on
different
outside.
story. All right, so who y'all got? The Broserweights or Undisputed Era?
Yep, I think Broserweights is taking
Broserweights
this
got
one.
it.
Broserweights, yeah.
They money right now.
I got
money.
I got Undisputed
money.
Era.
They're printing money, literally.
And we got a weed representative running up for the champion.
Exactly.
People
That
don't
pays
look.
off. That probably pays off penalties so he don't get tested.
That's okay.
Unbelievable.
That's okay.
okay.
Because the weed
That's
goes
smart.
with the
Yeah,
wrestling.
but-
Because when you're recovering, it's there for you.
Facts.
You
Son.
have a whole system
Son.
in your body devoted to it.
Time out. You know what? Fuck this. Let me just be straight here. Let me be straight up here. He's smoking nothing but CBD, yo.
That's
If
okay.
it's-
It's,
Well, CBD
it's
and
still
weed are very
it's
two
still
different things. Even I know that.
That's
He's so
okay.
offended.
Smoke
Gets offended.
CBD.
All right,
CBD
but
like
wait, who do you got?
diabetes.
Who do
Yo,
you got? Undisputed
that's
Era
like diabetes
or
right
I got
there.
Undisputed Era.
okay? Who do you got?
I got the Broserweights.
I am gonna say we are going to probably see new NXT
Yeah.
tag team champions this weekend. We have the
wouldn't mind
NXT North American Championship with Keith Lee versus
Come on.
Dominic.
Clash of the
Again.
Titans right there.
Again.
Everybody's favorite Uncle Keith Lee's gonna win.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's
Uncle
Black History
Keith.
Month. I
Yeah,
dare you
yeah.
to take the title.
Yeah.
Over
Come on,
Keith.
Keith.
And he's supposed to be at Evolve in 2 weeks doing a meet and greet.
Exactly. So
Fun
Keith Brooklyn.
fact. Yeah. No, I think it's in Queens.
Keith.
I could probably make
Keith.
this one.
Yeah.
I
How
want
much is
to. I
it?
want to go to my
What's the
first
date?
Evolve show.
I'll send you guys the info.
Yeah, send me the info. I might go.
But it's the weekend of oh no, it's the same day as of Evolution. The AEW pay per view is the same day as Evolve,
Oh,
the
no.
Saturday. But I'll send you guys the info.
Not only
You
is
choosing
Keith
to.
gonna win, but that match is gonna generate a higher star rating than Kenny Omega and Okada.
Ooh, you heard it first.
Oh,
Hot
it's
take.
not in Japanese Dome, so you know how Dave
Tokyo
Meltzer.
Dome.
Listen,
No, but-
I don't care about no
Japanese
Dave
Dome.
Meltzer.
Ah.
Me,
Tokyo Dome.
I said Japanese Dome.
No.
I'm so Haitian.
Listen.
Clearly.
I'm
All right,
telling
so Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
All right. Keith Lee.
Oh, I got Keith Lee.
All right.
So
Hashtag Black Excellence. Will we see a new NXT Women's Champion? We have Rhea Ripley versus the lovely, the EST of NXT, Miss Bianca Belair.
honestly,
this is what I gotta say about this.
This needs to be quick, so let's go.
the black man version of me, the black man, somebody who love black women, who love them, Bianca Belair. I want her to win, but I don't want her to win because
We know what's going to happen next.
right.
Yep.
So if she's
What?
but
Charlotte's
Charlotte's gonna take the belt.
I don't
But
think they'll get a
I feel
Charlotte for
this:
NXT
if they're really
championship.
smart
If
to
they
really
smart,
set the precedent,
they'll
to
make
really,
it a triple threat.
No,
Charlotte,
yeah,
I
oh,
don't know.
last
No.
year.
Charlotte, yeah, exactly.
last year pay-per-view was a triple threat.
No,
Come on, I'm
you
tired
give
of
it a triple threat,
No.
and you
No.
still let. If Bianca wins, you still keep the title on her.
No.
Charlotte's move on this is to make the NXT brand a household name, and it's to help put over the two girls. So if it was a triple threat, I think it'll benefit
Again,
both the girls.
That's true.
They're-
When was the last person that Charlotte put over? Strong.
Not even nobody.
Well,
I was
everybody.
Carmella.
Come on.
You can't say Sasha because they was going back and forth.
Yeah, I was about
every
to. I was about to say
You
you
can't say
can't.
Becky either.
You can't say no horsewoman.
Carmella.
You can't say no horsewoman.
And I actually like Carmella as champion.
agree
I was
with you,
there when she won the
Carmella.
title actually too.
They
But
made her
overall,
money.
though, it's
Okay, go
just,
ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, I gotta say, I have to go like for storylines, Rhea.
Rhea.
I call her Rhea.
I don't know why.
I was watching Rhea earlier. That's how
I
I
kid, if
okay.
it was not for the Charlotte and Ripley
Yeah, I'll
storyline
go
going into
Bianca.
Mania, I think this was the perfect time
Yeah.
to put the title on Belair.
Yeah.
She's already had 2 prior
The
title
Eddie win?
shots. Like
What if the match ends in a DQ and it doesn't make anyone look weak.
I don't think
So
NXT.
Doesn't he finish?
Then we are getting
That's
that
not
triple
a,
threat.
that's not an NXT finish.
But does it
But
not? But does it not prepare?
But if-
I honestly think they should go the triple threat the route. I'm sorry.
That's what they most likely
I
do.
would kill to see Bianca Belair's whole ass
Who takes the
entrance.
pin?
50?
Me too.
At
Takes the
fucking
pin.
WrestleMania.
Who takes the pin?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Rhea.
Charlotte takes.
Charlotte takes the pin.
What are you talking about? If it's a triple
If it's a
threat
triple
mania?
threat,
If it's the triple
Charlotte
threat, Charlotte
takes the
Charlotte
pin.
take
it.
But then
Absolutely.
again, Charlotte been quote unquote unhappy lately.
So
She won the Rumble. God damn it! Like,
Yeah,
ain't she
I'm
get
about
her
to say-
cheek? Ain't she get her cheeks butts by the U.S. champion right now?
No, actually, it's the other way around. He out here getting American cheeks. Anyway.
So okay, I have to agree with you. Charlotte got to get L at WrestleMania, girl and boy. Like honestly, because you ended Oscar's streak, you did a lot, and like you don't need no more championship. You're just being
I was
greedy.
so fun fact. I was super duper high when I saw that.
I was so
Oscar
tight.
versus Charlotte.
I was so shocked.
Wait, who's this?
Try, just read it.
Oh, nigga got a speech impediment. Yeah, bless him. It's okay. We work with him all the time. And then last but not least, we have the NXT Championship. We have Adam Cole. Will Adam Cole still be going into NXT Tampa as champion? Or will Tommaso Ciampa get Goldie back?
We all can get what we want.
This is what I'm saying.
I think Cole's gonna.
Cole's
get it.
gonna win. So that way, when Dream beats Roddy, Dream is next in line for the title.
If that was the way they were going, I like it.
Yeah.
However, I think they're gonna give the title back to Ciampa. I think they slowly took the belts off of UE so that either they can regroup and figure it the fuck out, or bump them up because they're a tag team and they're stable and they're real stable. But I think Ciampa will be NXT champion.
But here's my question, though. Follow up to that: if Ciampa does become NXT World Champion, who he's gonna face at Tampa?
Exactly.
Gargano, because then that means
No, I say
No.
Balor.
Jesus Christ.
I say Balor or
if
Velveteen
Balor,
Dream.
if Balor
agree.
wins
Against Gargano?
the Gargano, then Finn probably will.
But it should be like Finn, regardless, should face the winner, regardless.
I only say Gargano because they never got that blow off match in New York last year.
What about triple threat then?
No.
No.
Okay, well, go damn.
But that's the only reason why I
say
say if
not.
Ciampa wins, they'll do Gargano because they never got that blow off match in New York.
I agree.
But I was over it because I saw the fucking Gargano Ciampa 2 in Chicago, and I was over them. We were sitting on the side where they did all the hot spots
Yeah.
on the side of the ramp.
Yeah,
I was on that side, so I was like, oh, I'm over these niggas, but whatever.
When he tossed his wedding ring or wedding band.
Yeah, this shit is intense.
Yeah.
When you get personal in wrestling, it's serious.
Oh yeah, I know.
But that is the end of our show. This has been a very fun and exciting episode. Shout out to the brothers in wrestling, Weed and Wrestling podcast. You guys want to plug where people can find you guys individually and then also your podcast?
Got you. You can follow. You want to fucking advertise this shit, man? I'm getting sober.
What?
He said I'm getting sober.
Sober, I can't be business like.
Goddamn, it's Poxley, Carter Pope, Brian Five Villains. You can find us all at Weed and Wrestling at Instagram, Facebook. You can find
And
me
Twitter.
Brian Rivera,
Twitter.
Twitter,
For some reason on Twitter.
Spotify.
It
Apple
took us a minute
Podcasts.
to find you niggas on Twitter, by the
I
way.
didn't even know. I was like,
We
why
just-
why we got Twitter?
Because we
confused.
have shout out to Izzy who handles our Twitter. And I said, oh, make sure you shout out the boys because they're gonna be on the podcast. He was like, yo, it took me forever to find you.
We just literally started that
Just
shit,
made
yo.
it.
It's like,
Oh
damn.
yeah, link the fucking shirts too, yo.
Yeah, man.
FiveVillains.shop, you will get your new Weed and Wrestling merch. We have our own section in there where we deep in 2 more shirts, making it a total of 3.
I'm
And some
excited
turbans is coming too.
How the fuck you excited you don't wear shit?
because they gon'
He's his own character. He's gonna get his own stuff.
He got some
Because
turbans.
he wants
He
to
got some
get
turbans
paid.
coming.
First of all, yeah, if
You gonna
do,
look like a shiny
I
silver
want
like
one.
him.
I'm not even gonna
see
hold
it's
you.
in demand. The people want the turban. The guru's gonna give you turbans.
I ain't gonna front.
He out here sounding like
I
a
kinda
Silk
want
and
a turban,
satin.
too. I kind of want a turban too.
Silk.
My man Black already gave him a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
It's the 2020 Silky is in the building.
2020 Silkies in the
I gotta give
building.
me a turban too.
His
I gotta give me
Shabba
a
Ranks
black
What the
glasses.
black
fuck is you
one.
getting a turban for?
Me and Black about to be selling bean pies on
kidding me?
125th.
Are you kidding me right now?
Stay woke, my brother.
Oh my
Selling
god.
bean
That's
pies.
terrible.
You know what? You know
LL
what?
Cool J
I'ma
wore a
wear-
turban.
Exactly. I'm gonna wear one of those at the wrestling and belt party. I mean jackets and belts.
Brunch.
I'm gonna wear one.
All right. Well, once again, thank you, my brothers in wrestling from
Thank
Weed
you
and
for having
Wrestling,
us
for
here.
joining
Yes,
us.
Thank you so
Thank
much
us.
for having us
In the
on.
Full Sail podcast arena.
Trust said,
outfit.
thank you for having us here in bean pies.
Bean
And
pies,
bean
yup, we
pies.
know.
Those shits are nasty.
love
As
it.
No, it's
always,
just-
No, because We be cutting each other ass on the page, so
Which is
like,
great.
So sometimes
That's what real friends do.
he get tight because somebody what they post.
What owe you? I forget. Your direct
Yo, he owe me
deposit.
direct deposit. He always got us coming and recording. Don't pay us nothing. We doing all this free advertisement. So give us a goddamn free direct deposit.
Well, once again, you can catch the brothers of Weed and Wrestling on Spotify, iTunes, and you can catch them once again. They have their little smoking section outside of Legends.
Yeah,
You can catch them. Make sure to say hi to the good
better
brothers
match,
of
no
Weed and
mooches.
Wrestling.
Papers only.
Papers only. I went to high school with her. I found out last week.
Wow.
So small world. Sir Wilkins will be back next week with us, and we will be back to our trio of the Jabateers podcast. Those that are watching or listening, happy Valentine's Day. Show lovers WWE Network and chill if you can.
That's right.
And make sure to join us this Sunday once again at Legends for NXT TakeOver Portland. As always, I am Janelle from HR here with Mr. Black. It's the duo, dynamic duo. You know, you try to call me a lesbian low key, but I'm not. I like niggas. Thank you. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we're out.
This shit's fire.